It's always fun this, fun that with you, SpongeBob. What does that even mean?
Fun, fun stands for fuck you and pay me. Fun, funny how you never gonna pay me. Fun, I have had enough. Now hold up, read that was that shit fun, huh? Yeah, I'm going crazy. Yeah, I'm a big sponge, you a dish bitch. They know the sponge hung got a big dick. I'm not on Karen's tongue, that's a lip flip. Stick it in her ass, then I wobble like a ripstick. Yeah, I'm leaving protein in her asshole. I like codeine, I like cash flow. I'm an OG, I don't do tea, but I need the cream like my name was fucking Maxo. Karen is a Karen, but I'm still gonna make a charm. Yeah, I'm ripping her antenna while she leaking like a spoon. Just so plugged in a mirror, so I upped in with my gun. He just asked me,
Why'd you do it?
oh, you know, for fun. Fun, fun stands for fuck you and pay me. Fun, funny how you never gonna pay me. Fun, I have had enough. Now hold up, read that was that shit fun, huh? Yeah, I'm going crazy. Yeah, I'm a big sponge, you a dish bitch. They know the sponge hung got a big dick. I'm not on Karen's tongue, that's a lip flip. Stick it in her ass, then I wobble like a ripstick. Yeah. Your wife isn't real. Your life isn't real. You stink. Dang then, you're 59. Give it up, we hit the Krusty Krab, flipping crack pack. You're the chum doing nothing.
Do you know how long it's been since I've listened to Glore? Like, it ain't been like, no, it actually has been several months since I just let my ears listen to that. And I forgot how much of control that guy had on everybody throughout that summer. It was drastic. It was amazing also, but it was also just drastic. And it was almost scary how much an individual had that much control over a significant period of time. But hello, hi, it's amazing. I literally just found a RTU video essay I was about to watch. I'm assuming it's the same thing. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Here's what I know. I particularly despise humans. And I told Chris, the narc, that his Review Tech USA buddy moves a little weird. And there was something about him working with a guy and sending that guy a PC that he could use to fucking take his money or some shit. I don't know. It was a whole lot of everywhere all at once. But with that said, brings the opportunity to laugh just a little bit at a fat guy who does fat guy things or gets on the internet and tries to end up being the holier than thou individual, and it never works because as much as we all want to pretend like we're holier than thou, we're all just evil people and pieces of shit. Anyone who denies it, you're probably the most perpetrator, weirdo vibes. Also, I don't know which one of y'all just asked me about that thumbnail. I just typed in his name, went to Google Images, and found those as like one of the first 10 pictures. Now, I'm not about to sit here and be like, those are the first 2, and I just used them. It was like the first 10. And I thought, you know what? They're weird enough. Let's have fun with it. They're weird enough. I could make a mountain out of a molehill with that one. But hello. Hi. How are you all doing? Hope you all are doing well. Hope you all are doing fine. Hope you all are existing and loving your life as best as you possibly can, you gremlins. Hey, Miss Park is crazy. I just want you to know that. I just want you to know how crazy that actually is. Let me tell you why I know about this. Like, it ain't because, oh my God, I can get all this information. It's so crazy, bros. Like, oh my God. Let me tell you what the fuck happened. This guy, you know him. His name is Chris the Narc. it's gotten ridiculous with these two individuals in this group chat do. At 1 p.m., this was 2 hours ago, I'm sleeping, my little nap in. These fools are talking about going to a county fair to eat gator meat. And then for some reason wants to bring up, hey, anyone watch the Rich doc yet? I'm seeing people just flame Rich right now. I don't know how it went. And then they just talk about it the whole time. It's just like, you people need to go to bed. It's too early for your nonsensical nonsense. Desmond Howard is in this game now. Might have to partake in that. Might have to take in that Desmond Howard because he chaps my cat. But how are you guys doing? Before I completely just lose my mind in irrelevant issues of YouTubers, how are you guys doing? How's your Sunday? Monday? What's today? Can't wait for Kino Casino to cover it. Good thing I don't know what the hell that is. And please do not tell me what the fuck it is, because I promise you I'm going to respond, I don't care. Like, I promise you I'm going to respond, I don't care. Not because, oh, I hate anybody. It's because you're going to tell me, and it's just not going to be interesting at all. Like, we know the game. Like, we know the game, we know the score. All right. Are you bastards ready to learn about another fat guy who's doing fat guy things? I don't know too much. All I know is, like, he sold a PC and it didn't pan up. Oh, God, Soul's been a member for 9 months. I appreciate that, guy. All right, but I'm ready. Hopefully you're ready as I play NCAA in the background.
Review Tech USA is a tragic case, one of instability where both ends of the emotional spectrum play against them.
Because you're dumb and you're...
Why don't I hear this? No. I don't know why. I've just not been using my volume at its max capacity.
Kids will be dumb.
Whoa, what a difference.
You don't come to a stream for someone else's baggage. You know what I mean?
Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be completely wrong here, but just correct me. Isn't this the guy that, like, got criticized and brought up his child? Now, before you hound me, I don't know these people. I just know somebody's child is dying or is in the hospital, and I don't know whose, if that makes sense. You pick up how I put it down? How did DSP outlast another one? See, okay, so the more that I think about it, the more that I remember, like, what I've been told about this DSP character, the more I just realized that maybe it's you people that over-exaggerated him past a certain point. Yes, he jerked off on camera, and yes, he's like every other streamer that kind of, you know, indicates that, you know, support the stream by donating, like I just did, but didn't say it out loud. Like, there's ways about this, but I haven't really seen anything out of DSP other than he's cringy and he jerked off on camera. And it's like, kid, is there anything else? Is there anything else? Like, did he like rape? All right, I'm misjudging because I do remember, and it comes from Sly, because Sly keeps using this clip, and I don't know if it's real or not, where this motherfucker's like, oh my God, it's urban hip hop R&B type people. And I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's AI. It's funny as all fuck though.
These extreme reactions are coming out at the lowest point of his channel, which previously released highly relevant, low-effort videos taking service-level glances at gaming news or subjects parallel to gaming, though this is no longer the case. Now, Rich's focus is on streaming and producing music to little avail. He's either too subdued by intoxicants, where dead air and awkward pauses fill his streams, or sober and anxious, lashing out at those he feels have wronged him. Like,
am I crazy? Or is like, all right, I only know this guy because of like those, like, 4 to 5 months, everybody got mad at DK Oldies. And in hindsight, I have no idea why people really got mad at DK Oldies, other than selling you faulty products, or like what they would call refurbished, but they weren't. Outside of that, You should not have been, oh my God, look at the prices. The prices. Look at the prices. Like, no. That shouldn't have been, that should have never been a sticking point. Like, I personally don't give a fuck about any of the prices. Because, like, you could look at that shit and be like, oh my God, it's so bad. And that's fine. That's fine. But in a vacuum, who gives a fuck? Oh my God, an 83 booger.
His former editor, Jay.
You're the sidekick everywhere you go. You couldn't cut it. That's why you became my editor.
Rich's self-destruction has also unearthed a history of doxing. Poor research that at one point had the former president of Sony call him stupid, and a history of lies and drama that were almost forgotten, but are coming back to form a rich history of failure. In late 2009, a channel named Review Tech USA began uploading. This was Rich Masucci's, an American man with a tech background, second attempt at YouTube. Uploaded was video after video of video game consoles spanning virtually all console generations, from the Atari 2600 to the then modern Xbox 360. These were off the cuff, simple overviews of the consoles where Rich of Review Tech USA often interjected his own stories with the devices. The same could be said about his other videos that range widely on topics. This one was playing into a stereotype that women enjoy being on the phone longer. This video, though titled Is Steve Jobs Dying, was really about Rich's experience with Apple products and the history of Apple.
Oh, so he's a fucking clickbaiter who, he's like Tipster. He fucking says something or has it as the video title, but Jesus, how nobody could possibly care. Also, a Laramie Tunzel. I mean, you're not as good as like everybody else I got. You're not as good as everybody else I got, just so that you're aware. But you're decent enough that I might be able to keep you. Yeah, guys, feed my addiction of Madden Ultimate Team. That's not even Madden. It's fucking, what is this? Oh, it's NCAA.
Looking to find facts would scarcely find it on this channel. This could work to Rich's benefit. While he was not very keen, nor uniquely knowledgeable of the products he was reviewing, he was very opinionated and confident in what he was saying. This means he had much to say and many videos to make, evident by his catalog. And after about a year or so of content creation, his beliefs had become established. Rich was a fan of console gaming, believing it was superior because of its ease of access and affordability against PC's customizability that also lends to its complexity.
Okay, listen. I know. Can I just say, before this gets into whatever in the fuck is going to be bad about this, as a gamer, outside of paying for better quality, which will set you back a couple $100 buzzos, PC gaming is not really as bad as motherfuckers make it out to be. All you're doing is going on Steam and paying $19 for a fucking indie title, compared to me spending 60 to 70 to fucking 100 on a game that probably would get taken away off my fucking account because it's digital. So physical media will never die. You just want it to die because you don't know what's good. Damn you, hit play.
Taking a side in this never-ending debate meant that his opinions resonated with those that preferred consoles, and those audience members would become easier fans of Rich. But the same could be said about the opposition, all of which could be found inhabiting the same tech space. Blackbuster Critic, or BBC for short, was a creator that pushed PC gaming over consoles. This, in late 2010, eventually led to a light feud between the two, and an online debate hosted by the BBC.
So I'll let you have the post first, or the stand, or the soapbox, or whatever the hell you want to call it, and then we'll go from there.
What do you want me to talk about first?
State the case of why, PC gaming is superior for everybody.
After about an hour-long debate, Rich concedes.
I'll be the first to admit that he owned me.
All right.
Pussy! How do you, what a wuss. You don't go into internet pointless online debates and concede. You forever stand by your values of if you were right or if you were wrong or if you were right, and you end
I'm
it.
saying it. I'm the man right here saying it. So, you all have a good holiday. And even though I'm owned, I will still put this video up on my YouTube channel because they wouldn't be right of me not to do it. So, have a good one, man. It was great talking with you.
While things were cordial between BBC and Rich, they were not exactly friendly. At least not in the same sense of the channels that were promoting Rich's
BBCW is crazy.
channel on their own YouTube pages like 3 Kilobytes, specifically Mike and Jay.
And I'm Jason, for 3 Kilobytes. My last name is Hoof, and I like to build houses in Minecraft.
Whenever Rich hit a milestone, like a subscriber goal or obtaining YouTube partnership, which meant he could earn ad revenue from his YouTube videos, he made sure to thank these channels.
They've helped me out big time, especially Jay. I communicate with him the most, and thank you so much, man. Honestly, the reason I hit 1,000 subs, the second half of it is mostly due to his help. And of course, as many of you know, because probably like 80% of the subscriptions have been from them, is 3 Kilobytes. All of them, of course, but especially Jay and Mike. Honestly, my channel is where it is because of what Jay, Mike, and Kat have done to promote me.
By 2011, things were going well for Rich. Not only was he earning some revenue from his channel, he was remaining somewhat consistent and fair with his losses, going as far to release a video titled, "I Can't Defend Consoles Anymore."
Right now, folks, I know a lot of people are going to jump below and write comments saying they can't build a PC, or it's too hard, or it's too technical.
That's why you get them pre-built, baby. Don't listen to these fucking mongoloids. I got a PC right now. It's beautiful. It cost me $3,000 and it was pre-built. And I love it. Oh, I love my graphics card. I love my CPU. I love all the things that make my experience as a gamer good.
No, it's not.
This was inspired by the infamous
Still a Sony pony, though.
hacking of the PlayStation Network that effectively brought the online services down for months, though he did not abandon the videos on the debate, as this was still one of the largest draws of his channel. These were alongside clickbait videos that were presented outwardly as his research, to then be revealed that Rich was reading from a singular article while interjecting some of his opinions. His channel covered a wide range of topics, now even adapting the commentary tropes of the time, like commentary over footage of an unrelated game. Because of the undistilled nature of this channel, his views were hardly consistent. Most videos hovered around 5,000, but some reached hundreds of thousands of views. With Rich increasing his output to now nearly a video a day in late 2012, his views were slowly but surely starting to pick up. Being that he did a face reveal that same year meant that in 2013 he did not shy away from creating vlogs. But Rich was unsatisfied with the equipment he was using. The camera specifically was not HD and had a very low frame rate, and if he did make more vlog-style videos, he could negate the possibility of copyright claims that came from using gameplay footage. What Rich wanted was a new high-definition camera. This is what inspired the video, "I Need Your Help," which has long since been removed from his channel, but archived the third-party compilations that demonstrate how catastrophic not so much this video was, but the endless responses and poor handling of what should have been a simple situation.
Yes, I know I'm going to be called an e-beggar no matter what I say, but I'm doing this with a twist that no one else has done.
Bro, all right. Let's just kill this fucking random ass team semantics player nonsense. Every content creator is a virtue signaler. Whether it be for money, subscriptions, no matter which way you slice it, we're all e-beggars, including the person you're watching right now. You know how many times I've looked you dead in the face and said, subscribe to the channel. That's e-begging. A fool would be like, no, e-begging is only for money. No, e-begging is for all forms of attention that you could get, whether monetarily or just keeping your eyes on something. That is an objective fact. There is no e-begging with a twist. It's just e-begging. Like any fool, and I'm specifically going to say Chris on this one, any fool who says, oh, I'm not doing it, but DSP does it worse, you're doing it. It doesn't matter who's doing it worst. You're doing it. I literally, look at the pinned comment. I'm doing it. Look at the pinned comment on the stream. Like any fool who tells you, oh, this person does it worse, they're admitting to you they do it. They're just trying to pretend like, oh, I do it better because it's stupid. Like everybody online e-begs. You know who I will tell you who e-begs the absolute worst. The motherfuckers behind the porn bots on Twitter. Those motherfuckers are e-begging to a maximum.
Because I don't just want your friggin' money. I really don't. I honestly don't. What do I need? I need a camcorder for the show, straight up. Using gameplay footage, I'm constantly dealing with getting copyright claims on my videos.
Use your own gameplay footage. Use your own gameplay footage. Like that's an easy solvable problem unless somebody's fucking you on the back end with that, which is terrible. Like that's terrible. Because why are we going this route? Even paying with your time is more valuable than money. Agreed.
Goes on to explain how he would avoid the title e-beggar by donating the $500, which is the amount he was seeking for the camcorder, a year after he receives the funds to a charity of his audience choice. What's more, if the donation goal is exceeded, he will refund any of that excess money. This is overly complicated. Even for 2013 YouTube, that was less accepting of creators petitioning for money or earning it through sponsorships. The depths that Rich was going to just avoid being called an e-beggar, something only the smallest sections of his audience would even care about, exposed that as an insecurity and point that he could easily be pressured by.
Oh, what the fuck? Gaming companies were striking motherfuckers recording their own shit? Oh, how hard it must have been to be gamers back then.
Easily trolled from.
The only people that pissed me off, even though I expected it, is when people said they donated, and I would see like the same small group of trolls, like going around and attacking people.
It did not take long for Rich to get that money via donations. He even bought a cheaper camera that was about $140 less than expected. But he made the mistake of addressing the trolls and the BBC.
So I went out and bought
the BBC. I think I feel like I just recognized the fucking name. I'm getting better at stopping being like this troll type of individual, because I think this is only the first time I've recognized that his name is BBC.
a new tool. A Sony HDR 260V. And let me tell you right now, it is a phenomenal camera. And I bought this with my own money. How about that?
That was a Blackbuster critic. While he did not mention Rich or Review Tech USA by name, he did expose the criticisms that he knew bothered Rich. This was bait, and Rich readily took it.
It's your old buddy Rich from Review Tech USA or Review Bank USA. You've had some colorful things to say about me. Let's just do it the good old-fashioned way and debate it live on Skype and see how it goes.
Debate on... Oh, God, I'm too young. This is what y'all did back then? Y'all used to debate on Skype? I'm too young. You know what? I'd shoot myself in the dick and then suck that removed penis if anybody ever told me let's debate on Skype, because I'm sorry, as much of a loser as I truly am, I know I got better shit to do at my time. I just know it.
Offer's on the table, buddy. Hopefully you accept.
Not only did Rich flub this situation by taking the bait, he also challenged the BBC to a debate, which the BBC readily accepted.
What I said could be applied to a lot of people. But this one particular person personally came to my video and was talking trash. And if you want to come out and Skype me and debate like you say you do, and I know plenty of things, plenty of questions to ask you, which you're going to goof up on. Just like in our last debate, how I led you by the hand like a child encountering your own points, that's what's going to happen again.
This debate did not come as Rich failed to show, but he did release a video.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This motherfucker quit. This motherfucker I was playing just quit. Pussy! Can't handle that work. I'm 22. I would rather play Fortnite than debate on Skype. Bro, there's literally so much other shit you could do than debate on motherfucking Skype. And if you choose to do that, you're sick. You're sick. You're sick. Debating on Skype is nasty work.
Showing that he did purchase the camcorder and did not pocket the donations. While the BBC continued to respond, what was more important was that Rich's responses and continually addressing this drama was inviting more and more trolls that Rich was responding to.
Hotmaster Flax, everyone out there who's deeply concerned about what I'm doing, you need to, don't go into the whole thing, oh, I'm trolling, I'm just mind messing with you. You personally messaged me, told me to calm down. It's flattering, bro, it really is. I'm glad, just make a video once in a while proving that you have a life and put a woman in your thumb.
Oh my God, Skype, that's like talking shit. All right. I'm not that old because I remember Uvu. I remember when I didn't have an iPhone and I told my cousins, get on Uvu. And that was the worst video calling site ever. This was the worst No, that was the worst. Oh, you just gave me horrendous war flashbacks. I just want you to know that's what you did to me. You don't care, you sick freaks, but I need you to understand how much pain I'm in from that. I'm in so much pain. Like, Uvu was like the place where you went to die. Like, you just went to die. YouTube was originally supposed to be a video bit. You know what? No, I didn't know. And quite frankly, I don't think I want to know now. I think I'm good not knowing, Some things, in some moments you just look at and you're just like, you know what? You got it. You got it. Uvu shouldn't exist. I wonder if it still does. Hold on. I want to know if Uvu still exists. Oh my God, it does. It does. Uvu is a cross-platform instant voice and text messaging app that supports HD video calling. No, it doesn't. You fucking liars. You fucking liars. You liars. You liars. You liars. I'd rather debate on Omegle. No. You debate on Omegle, you're sick. Oh, it discontinued. No! It was terrible. Terrible. I hated it so much. Fuck. But oh, the memories.
And we'll all be impressed by what you do.
Even the video showing the receipts for the donations were directed towards his trolls rather than his supporters.
All I can say is, I'll never do it again. I mean, I hope this proves now that I wasn't trying to, scam anybody or do anything under the table or be unethical. And for everyone out there who's going to go into the whole thing now, that I was just looking to get a tax break on my taxes. Do you really think I didn't even think of that until after people said it. Do you really think I would have went through all this crap to save 30 or 40 bucks over a year from now?
Yes. A lot of people would do something just to be able to just get something the easier way. It's not that hard to understand. Also, shout out to America, or at least, all the Americans. We whooped ass in them Olympics, motherfuckers. We fucking out of the country evil French people trying to take our medals away, and it didn't work.
It turned out that Rich owning this new camcorder and all the turmoil that Rich invited was for naught.
I like the gameplay footage better. It's more laid back. Don't like 90% of people in the comment section were like, yeah, just keep it gameplay footage and use the camera for other things with Review Tech USA. I'm like, oh, okay.
This information came from a video where Rich announced that YouTube was now his full-time job. Though it grew steadily for the past 3 years, it was not until now that his YouTube channel was outperforming his job in terms of pay. And with all his time placed at his channel, the results were immediate. Month after month, his views kept doubling as his output of videos increased like never before. Everything increased. His revenue, his views, and the trolls that increasingly targeted Rich.
Okay, real quick, below is my real Review Tech USA Twitter account. I don't even really like Twitter, but what I found out in my YouTube comment section is someone made a fake Review Tech USA account and was going around saying very, very colorful things on Twitter.
That was only a minute-long video addressed.
Is it going to be exposed that it was his actual Twitter and he got caught? Is that the gimmick I'm about to see?
A fake Twitter account. But rants about his trolls kept seeping into videos that hardly needed to involve them.
You're the smartest person on the planet. Doesn't matter how well spoken you are, anything, you are going to deal with trolling, and it is going to get to you.
That was from his 100,000 subscriber thank you video. Discussion of trolls takes up about 1/3 of it. And though Rich states that no one is infallible when it comes to trolling, only 2 minutes later he states that he is.
The why trolls don't get to me because I know exactly what their motivation is, and they're pathetic people.
The story Rich is telling is one of a troll that was going through hardship and was taking the frustration out on Rich. From this, he deduces trolls are pathetic, unwittingly inviting their company and encouraging their existence.
Something constructive instead of, hanging out with your wife or girlfriend or family, or you just going out and doing something else. You think it's a better idea to go on the internet to try to aggravate or piss off or insult someone else.
Yes.
That's the lamest excuse I've ever heard. That's the most pathetic thing I've ever heard.
Not everyone that increases their output of content sees increases in adverse effects. But that was exactly what was going on with Review Tech USA still. More strong opinions, news stories that were not as accurate as they should have been, more reasons to dislike him.
Now, I will say, the issue I'm about to talk about was resolved, but it was after I screamed like a lunatic and was raging, and it shouldn't have been this way. I was not happy with the customer service I received, and that's why I'm making this video, and I gotta call them out on it.
You fucking Karen. Unless you actually get abused in the motherfucker. Like, if you don't get the product, fuck you.
Was the start of a series of videos that showcased how Rich was at the center of his problems, molding minor inconveniences into something larger, then directing them to his general audience who would typically diagnose Rich as the issue. In this video, Rich discusses an issue with the return of his graphics card, the GTX 770, to the vendor Newegg. Not because there was anything wrong with it, but because he wanted to do.
Hold on. Is he about to disrespect Newegg? The place where I, many years ago, got a Shure, wrong microphone. Before Shure became like the microphone of legend, the real microphone of legend was the fucking Yeti mic. And I got a Yeti mic from Newegg and I enjoyed it. Are you about to shit on my favorite tech-based but not really company, you demon?
Different card. A slight upgrade, which was the GTX 780. This is an extremely minor upgrade. Regardless, Rich went through with it and sent the card back, including a voucher for Arkham Origins. This Rich details was taped to the outside of the card box, not the shipping box. Being that it was still outside, there is a possibility that it was lost when unpackaged at Newegg. For this reason, Rich's refund was initially voided.
As soon as she said she was returning the item to me, I saw red. Okay, this is a $450 freaking card that's being bounced all over the country, and I lost it. I started screaming, this is fucking bullshit. Are you fucking kidding me? I've been a customer with Newegg for years, and I'm getting an item returned over a piece of paper. I thought everything was, what UPC code are you talking about? This is absolute bullshit. I can't believe I'm being treated like this. And the thing the whole time, she's like, listen, sir, I'm sorry. Listen, sir, I'm sorry. Listen, sir, I understand why you're upset, sir. While I'm screaming, which also irritated me, I'm like, stop talking over me.
Rich goes on to say he did not regret his outburst, and he did get that refund. And even though he got his way in the end, he still believes Newegg is majorly at fault.
The bottom line is that is not a way to treat a customer.
While Newegg did incorrectly void the return, it was Rich's demeanor and rage at a service employee that was not responsible for the mishap that displeased his audience. Additionally, this was seen as boasting, with Rich likely seeing himself as someone who was stalwart in the refund he deserved rather than tearing down an employee.
The legit yelled at a bloody customer service. I mean, y'all remember when I got that fucking PC for fucking $4,000 or $3,000? I don't fucking remember the price. I got a PC and it kept crashing, and I'm like, let's go talk to this customer service. And I'm telling them what's the problem. They're giving me a solution. I do their solution. It doesn't work. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to go through the process of getting a refund. And if y'all give it to me, cool. If y'all don't, I'm just going to break this bitch down for parts to put on a PC that'll actually work, because this is pathetic. And I got my refund, pussies.
Who was restricted from making an equally furious retort, therefore defenseless. The top comment of this video reads, quote, "Don't lose it with frontline personnel. It's not their fault. They get paid a shitty wage to protect their supervisors and managers from the public. Rip into supervisors and managers by all means. That's different." Unquote. The majority of comments echo this sentiment, while others comment about the chaotic harvesting of dirt in the Minecraft footage being played, likely because his brother was responsible for recording the footage. Rich then posted one of the longer negative responses he got onto his Facebook. Not once, but twice. This was only one of the videos that was poorly received in October 2013. The second was titled PS4/Xbox One Launch Disaster Imminent. Please share.
I got all of this information from very, very reliable sources, okay?
Allow me to just lose my mind at that fucking comment right there. There are no... In the gaming news space, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 0, and I do mean 0 people with reliable news sources. Wait till you hear who replies to him. Bro, hold that thought. There are no reliable news sources. These motherfuckers are lying to you. They're pulling that shit off of Twitter and saying, "Oh, welcome back to the channel. Subscribe for more Sony news." And they fucking just guesstimate something. They don't give you information. They're just guessing that maybe a PlayStation showcase will be announced this week. Maybe the Spider-Man DLC will be announced this week. Maybe we'll get more information about Wolverine this week. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here. And in today's GTA 6 video, I'm going to spend 10 fucking minutes of your day telling you shit that is not corroborated by anything. And hopefully you enjoy. So this is a video about a bitch bitching about another bitch? Probably.
Yeah, I'm just going to call them little birds.
I just want the Deadpool controller. You're more likely than not ever going to get that, just so you know.
Can't even give you their gender, because if you found out any information about them, or if a big company found out any information, they would be screwed and blacklisted, and I would be screwed along with them.
Rich plays into how high profile his source is, and then breaks down all that he was told.
Well, I have some bad news for all the guys who were hating on the Xbox One, but it's going to be 720p on both the PS4 and Xbox One. So what are my thoughts on all this information? Well, I hope the sources that I have are wrong.
There were a few speculations in that video that were on the wilder side. Luckily, Rich got his wish granted. A user sent Rich's video to Shuei Yoshida on Twitter, then the unexpected happened. Yoshida, the president's son, responded with 2 words directed at Rich. So stupid. Besides being humiliated by the...
See? Remember the video I did about that one lady who was talking all that shit about another woman's relationship, and then that woman basically told her to shut the fuck up? If I'm ever in a scenario where I'm talking about something with nothing but my own feelings behind it, and the motherfucker who has usurped me in knowledge that I'm talking about tells me that I'm slow, stupid, or to shut the fuck up, guess who's got a dick look on their face? Me.
The president of Sony.
And there's no superiority complex I could get from that. I'm just gonna be looking like a dick.
Nothing much happened. Rich did warn of the possibility that the information may not be 100%, and his continued success overshadowed whatever negative attention he got. It took only 6 months after this for him to hit 200,000 subscribers, and like his 100,000 sub video, when discussing his channel, Rich talks quite a bit about trolls and drama. This time the discussion took up about half of the video.
Don't let the drama get to you, because once you go down that path of getting defensive and making videos defending your honor, quote unquote, you're down that slippery slope, and sometimes you can't get back up from it.
Another dumb internet point. If motherfuckers are falsely characterizing you or falsely accusing you of something, you can absolutely respond to that shit. That is an objective fact. What needs to be said is don't turn into what it is you hate or what you claim to hate when you actually like doing the same things that people do to you.
To direct entertainment in a way that reflects what the audience wants to see rather than to vindicate the creator is sage advice.
Don't make your personal problems become part of your channel. You can't, man. You gotta keep your personal problems off. And if you're having problems that you just don't feel like making a fucking video, don't make a video.
This is the safest route to content creation, but does Rich have the willpower or stability to follow through?
I took down the Patreon account, and many of you are going to wonder why. Some of you think I was trying to sweep it under the rug, which is another reason why I wanted to make this video, because no, here, this video is staying up and people will know that I had a Patreon campaign posted temporarily.
For a period, Rich had a Patreon active in 2014. Its purpose was to make his videos ad-free, but it vanished as quick as it went up.
The second reason, and this is honestly the straw that broke the camel's back, the second reason that I took down my Patreon account is the same people, advertisement videos, like say when I had an unboxing for Dollar Shave Club or Loot Crate, so on and so forth, were the same people who were also complaining about me doing the Patreon campaign. I do a YouTube commentary channel where I comment on news and talk about my opinions and have a fucking blast doing it. And if that pisses you off, that either means one of two things. You're delusional or you're jealous. And if you are jealous, you need to get out of the house more.
This video was released only 6 months after his 200,000 subscriber video. It shows that the innocuous claims of e-begging still holds power over him. It also shows that, contrary to the new egg video, he is not stalwart in his beliefs or what he does. This was a major criticism as shown in the comments of this video. Quote, please never get involved with politics. What a flip-flop. I'm disappointed in you, Rich. I thought you were made of stronger stuff than this. Why take down your Patreon account? Because you're afraid of trolls? Newsflash, trolls will always exist. Unquote. On that same note, the following month, Rich released a similar video, a parody titled, A Review Tech USA Hater Tries to Do Gaming News.
Yo, what's going on, man? My name is Steve, and I'm here to expose that fat fuck, that piece of shit, e-begging piece of shit, Review Tech USA.
Fail. I already looked at this guy as a loser, but now that I'm getting the chronological history, it's just like, you fat fuck, you pretentious wannabe, I'm so omnipotent, I exist on a plane where no one could understand my complexities in the world. You fat fuck. You're not special, you're a dickhead. You're not important, you're worthless. You're not special, you're retarded. For no other reason than you clearly want somebody to rub fronts with you, and no one's doing it, so you gotta fucking whip your dick out and press it against somebody's leg so that they can think to touch you. You sickle man.
And expose him for the fucking bitch that he is. Oh. All right, so watch how easy it is to do news stories like that fat white Uncle Phil looking motherfucker does. Look, watch how easy it is. So I have an article right in front of me. Okay, this.
It actually is easy to do Review Tech USA's. Like, it's easy to do a lot of these motherfuckers shit. And the motherfucker will sit here and act as if it's so hard. These dumb fucks will get on streams and tell you, oh my God, streaming is the hardest job ever. Literally, no, it's not. I'm sitting here reacting to something, playing a game while losing thought because I'm forgetting that I'm doing all of these things. And for some reason, 10 of you enjoy it. It's good. It's good. I don't know how many people are watching, but to my 10 people, like the stream. I like my small niche little fucking village of village idiots where I am the village is just a village idiots. You want to know how easy it is to do this fucking type of content? Would you like to know how easy it is to do this shit? I could literally remove this off the screen and just go around and just fucking click around the screen and be like, what's relevant gaming news today? Helldivers 2 got an update and it's not going well. They patched and nerfed all of the fire-based weapons before we really got the update needed pertaining to having fire guns. Oh God, the Discord server is going crazy. It's going wild. It's a bunch of people hating on the game. Even recently, as of last night, the gamers have staged a mutiny because after Sony butt-fucked them by trying to get a bunch of PC players to get PlayStation accounts, because not for any reason that actually has to do with PlayStation looking good, they just wanted to have a bunch of people have the fucking subscription-based service, or not subscription-based service, really. They just wanted to have a bunch of people with PlayStation accounts play their games, not realizing that motherfuckers outside of this fucking country, America, many of them don't have access to that shit. And so very recently, see how easy this shit is? And very recently, these fucker mothers have been letting the bots take over and reach Super Earth. Is this Sonic? It could be. Shitty Sonic Gaming News, the brand new YouTube channel near you. Be sure to subscribe for more terminally online gamers being terminally online. Don't you worry, we'll get those leftist LGBTQ gays out of our games with the Real Game Awards. You see how easy this is? You see how that took me no effort except the strain of my fucking voice? Like, do you see? Do you get it?
Blizzard.
So, here's the thing. Everybody does the same thing. Like, everybody makes a video about something. It's all the same. I had to tell. I've told Peachy this. I've told Moral this. I've told everybody this. Everybody's making a video about the same thing. Like whether if it's cooking, whether if it's a toy review, whether if it's a video game review, you beautiful people. If you think to yourself, I want to be a YouTuber, but everyone does the same thing. What can I do to be different? I don't know. It's right on the tip of my urethra. What is that thing that sets you apart from other people? What is that thing? Even if all of you tried to solve a 2 + 2 = 4 equation, what's the difference there? It starts with a P. Penis, no. Pussy, no. Penguin dick, no. Oh, personality! What is your personality? Do you think, side by side, if me and The Quartering did a video about the gay agenda, who are you going to be more entertained by? I know who's going to pull more views on the subject. It's going to be The Quartering because he's got more of a following, and I ain't mad at that. But line them up, motherfucker will laugh more watching my video. Because I'm not just sitting here. That's something that somebody tried me on. It's like, oh my God, you're too energetic to be talking about these things. I'm sorry. What's up, guys? It's me, Ruin Leon here, and I'm back again to tell you that another child got raped inside of a school. Oh God. It's such a tragedy that the leftists have come in and gathered all of our fucking children and bent them over to sodomize them. Oh my God. What are we gonna do? This is our country. Oh my God. Joe Biden fell down again. Did you guys all see that Joe Biden was on a beach? Oh my God. It's so concerning that we have to live in these times. Oh my God. Why? Oh my God. No, I don't get it. Yeah, they laugh at him. They don't really laugh with him. Isn't the Quarters Coffee brand sponsoring you? Yep. Yep. I used to watch him all the time. I just like getting different opinions, but now it's just like he reads right off the article someone else wrote. And it's fine. I also do that. But I put a little bit of finesse on it. Like, fuck, you know what? I gotta fucking make a voice out of this shit. I gotta fucking edge to it or something. Because it's just like, no, I'm not about to just sit here and be like, yes, child died this day. It's actually pretty good coffee. It is. It actually is. Like, I wouldn't have fucking let that happen if it wasn't good coffee. Like, I'm sorry. I'm one of those people that's like, let me test this product out before I even dare get a dime from it. Do you understand? Did you complete the Fortnite Battle Pass? Partner, I did not even operate with that. What is this? What is this? U.S. intelligence confirms that foreign nations are attempting to interfere in the 2024 presidential election in an attempt to ensure Donald Trump loses. Let's fucking go is crazy. Let's fucking go is crazy. Well, hold on. Let me read it how some of these oingo boingos want me to read it. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, the Ruined Leon, and I'm here to tell you that it seems like the rumors are true. U.S. intelligence confirms that foreign nations are attempting to interfere in the 2024 presidential election. Fuck all that. Let me tell you how I read this shit. Fuck CIA coming for us all!
Blizzard donates World of Warcraft pet sales to Ubulu.
In the comments, Rich claims this was a parody for a different YouTuber. Being that Rich has shown himself to react poorly to his own trolls, made this video seem in poor taste. The comments are either remarking Rich as brilliant or just childish for releasing this video. Quote, you say that don't give trolls what they want, or just ignore the haters. And then you make this, I like your videos, but this was just pathetic. Unquote. This was on top of exposing the ease of reading articles as the center of his job, but in the parody he was framing it as difficult. This was not a good look. It was only a few days later that Rich received 2 troll copyright strikes claiming that they owned the explosion Rich used in his intro. It was
See? See, motherfuckers purposefully fucking with your channel. I don't like it. It's not good. Me no like.
Clear it was a troll because the channel that had reported him had clips of the BBC debating Rich.
The video is now gone because they got caught with their pants down. They probably deleted it right away, which sad day for you is that even when you delete a video, YouTube still has it in their database. So when this claim goes through, and this counterclaim goes through, they're going to look into that. They deleted the video, though, so no one could see it.
As an additional response, Rich directs his viewers to his second channel, seen in the description. As Rich periodically addressed his trolls and gave them more power, they continued to grow and expand their list of tactics. In around 2015, they clung on to possible.
Now that I think about it, when I think of the name YouTube, that sounds like a douchey fucking dating website. Like, that sounds douchey. YouTube, the place where you could tube your use.
Possibly the strangest campaign of trolling they'd ever use. One that's absurdness attracted those joining for the humor and the absurdity, and others that saw it as a true calling.
Hello, comrades. I would like to present the Big G's anthem. I encourage you to keep hitting the channel and fighting for Big Cheese.
He thought that he could get away with taking $200 from Big Cheese.
This is Big Cheese reporting in. I want you guys to stop trolling, the guy that...
You know what I hate about this? The thing that I hate about this is that it leads me to the EDP, because isn't his like the OG Big Cheese? Like, isn't his channel like the OG Cheese or some shit?
That did me wrong.
I decided to do the decent thing. I made a change.org petition to have Review Tech USA sponsor Hawk.
Stop messaging me saying to stop something that I had nothing to do with at all. I had nothing to do with it.
Why aren't you outside? Oh, look, the dickhead who spearheaded me waking up. Hi, it's Chris the Narc. Stop fucking messaging me these chronically things, my boy. Do you understand me? I'm at a fair, you're stuck inside. I was taking a nap. Regardless of how you try to spin this, I was asleep, enjoying my life the best way I could. Wait a minute. You chronically online fucking freak. You're at a fair and you come to a YouTube video? Shame on you. You're not safe, boy. You're a loser.
Come at me, because what I'm doing is 100% legal.
This outcry against Rich, circa 2015, was because of a deal that went wrong between content creator Big Cheese and Rich. As Rich had begun taking sponsors for his videos, Big Cheese inquired about a spot for his channel. The prior deal involved a laptop and things went smoothly.
Oh, God. Hold on. I have phone call I must take. So, quick intermission. You're going to listen to Glorb.
This is a Puff production. They thought they had us in the first half, huh? Nah, I am that. That boy gonna leave, that boy gonna die. Know that I'm him, cause there's only one out. Bitch, I'm rolling in the deep. Set them on fire, bitch, I'm staying with a tail. That she back your line, yeah. We really turning that side. Really, we're really living that life. Really, it's really giving mom time. Really, it's really giving that. She said my dick fat like queso. I'm cheesy with the siege, no rainbow. Siege, pulling up on crabs with the six. Had him staring at the tip, turn that boy to Kurt Angle. Underwater, under pressure, under pain. Up in daughters in my quarters, eating Dakin's mayonnaise. If the puffy getting bloody, then I'm fucking on her face. Now I'm feeling like a vampire. Fuck, I'm this the rage. Yeah. They never had it like me, like me. They never really liked me, like me. I'm staying with the shiesty master. Pussy thought I left, thought the dang went bang. We're walking to the open in the Clan's casino. They got the strippers, baby, bring a couple Cinos. Where the opposition, I'ma touch them like a pedo. Fuck a Brian Pick, I'm Nickelodeon up a that boy gonna leave, that boy gonna die. Know that I'm him, cause there's only one out. Bitch, I'm rolling in the deep. Set them on fire, bitch, I'm staying with it.
Ah, Chris got the fuck out of here. He realized what he was saying make no goddamn sense, so he got out. See it happen? See it happen when you try me? Have I missed anything? It's only been it's an hour and 29 video. It's been 23 minutes. I'd argue you haven't missed too much. Like, all I've gotten out of this so far is that this dude is essentially everything he currently would bitch about. Oh, I just got done watching that. Well, you didn't miss anything from me other than like the casual random banter. I told Peachy this. I guess I'll tell you all. In like my senior year of high school, I was almost implicated in other people's orgy. So let me break this down. Your senior year of high school, you probably went on a college tour somewhere, okay? Or maybe you like got some brochures about colleges and you were wondering if that's what you were going to do as the next step of your life. I go on a college tour. And we go, I'm not going to name the colleges because does it matter? No. But we're staying at a hotel. And I'm what's known on the streets as an introvert. Not these gay made up introverts that fucking exist. And they say, oh, I like staying inside, but they're at the club every night. They're at a party every night. They're somewhere every night. You're not an introvert. You're a piece of shit that just wants to co-opt my lifestyle. And for some reason, people younger than me are trying to fuck each other. Like, I'm a senior. These motherfuckers got to be sophomores and freshmen. And they get caught trying to fuck each other. And for some reason, this implicates everybody else who's on the fucking trip, and they're trying to figure out who it was that was in the room. And motherfuckers tried to throw me in the mix, but thankfully, I don't go for that shit. And I had a witness who knew where I was at that was nowhere near any of these people. And so on the bus ride back, which is like an 8 to 10 hour bus ride, these fucking chaperones tried to make it like everybody shut up, nobody talk, this is going to be a bus ride of silence. I stood up and said, oh, no, it ain't. Because we didn't do shit. All them motherfuckers you caught about to have an orgy, you sit them in the front and you tell them sit there and shut the fuck up. Everybody else who didn't do it, everybody get to the back of the bus and we going to have a party back there. And we did. We was listening to the Jodeci. We was watching movies while them motherfuckers who had an orgy was up there just like trying to get in on the fun. It's like, no. Go finger yourself. Go play with yourself in the front of the bus. We ain't want that. Chris came back. Chris, you're a failure and an objective loser if you go outside to socialize and you come into a YouTube stream trying to act bigger than everybody else. You fail. And I know you're trolling. Your troll fails because it falls back on you. Go enjoy your day. This is beautiful. I enjoy when you finally stop talking about your misguided attempts at trying to solve rape stories, your failure to actually call out your friends, your refusal to admit that I was right about that fucking Lol Cow podcast and how it was doomed from the start unless they start faking shit. And look what happened. I turned out to be right. Because unless these motherfuckers are faking some shit, it's not interesting. Once again, Leon is right about terminally online people and how long they last with terminally online shit. But Chris, everybody tell Chris to go enjoy that piece of meat that he got in his hand because he's thinking about Daddy Leon, and tell him go enjoy his day. But I do like this though. I do like that Chris can't enjoy his own day. When I went to go see Bad Boys, I was in the stream, but then the movie turned on. I said, oh, goodbye. I went to go see Deadpool, and some shit hit the fan. I was watching Deadpool. I didn't know about it till after the fact. I literally went. I think I did a stream that morning. I went to go see the movie, came back and did another stream saying I liked the movie. You're right, but you don't get the credit. I never do. Complete side note, then I'm going to press play. Remember how I was right about all these online political YouTubers and how they dick suck the right and tried to pretend like the right doesn't have batshit insane people on it? Boy, fucking glad I wish motherfuckers would own up to falsely accusing me of being an edgelord and just admit that I was right, because it doesn't take a fucking genius to see both sides suck. All it takes is your two fucking eyes and that piece of meat you got in your skull called a brain.
Continuing their dealings, Big Cheese and then sent Rich a desktop. The deal was for 3 sponsor spots a week for what was assumed to be 6 months and an additional $200 payment made to Big Cheese in December 2014.
the big cheese.
There were issues with the computer's CD drive, but both parties were happy to continue the deal.
Today's video was brought to you by Big Cheese's YouTube channel. For gameplay reviews, gaming music, and vlogs, subscribe to Big Cheese VG. Link below in the description.
This was the only placement for Thanksgiving week. Already, Rich had failed the promise of 3 sponsors a week. That's when Big Cheese reached out, inquiring what happened. Rich states that the holiday has somehow affected...
He's got too much pride. Listen, bro, we all live in a fucking world where we gonna be wrong about some shit. You, me, everybody. But the fact that I had to be falsely labeled by a bunch of pagan wannabe fucking fake-ass Christian saints who don't want to address that Pastor Dave is fucking kids, but they'll always talk about the LGBTQ doing it. And then their excuse is, well, those really aren't people of God. I'm sorry, but they're using God as their shield to violate children. So kink, kink, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. These people will not admit that I'm right, but they'll always be passive aggressive. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. We don't need this shit. We don't need to do this shit. We can be normal. But motherfuckers don't want to be normal. They want to be above average. And I don't get it. I don't get where that comes from. I don't get where it comes from. Maybe it's all of your ineptitudes.
His ability to add placements. Big Cheese shook it off and was pleased to find that Rich was adhering to their deal to 3 sponsors the following week. But that was it. Even though the 10th of December had come, Rich was reluctant to deliver those $200, instead offering Big Cheese an additional 6 months of promotion. That, or he sends a PC back, which Big Cheese would have to pay the shipping for. Either way, Rich made it clear he was not getting the agreed upon $200, emphasizing that other companies would pay him thousands for the sponsorship spots and that it was not worth his time. The conversation then devolved alongside the deal. Big Cheese made the statement that Rich was going back on his word, which Rich refuted. As Big Cheese would find, attacks on Rich character was a sore spot.
But when I said something about that financial crisis, when I tell you he flipped on me, he went ham. Chew it. First off, no financial crisis. Secondly, I don't give a shit to keep the machine and pay out money I don't need to. That's called being smart. You get back your product and there's no contract. You seem like a man who was broke and desperate since we were calling out people's financials, but sadly that's not my problem. So before I say...
What a douche.
Something really nasty, bite your tongue. You get your computer and take virtually no financial loss except shipping. You know, the half-working computer you sent me.
I was gonna go to bed, but Leon is really hilarious. Listen, I don't care what anybody fucking says. Streaming is not difficult. All you're doing is you're pressing a button and trying to be entertaining for at least an hour, maybe 4. And some people could do it. Some people can't. I can't do it every day. Like, I can't do 4 hours of trying to entertain people while I suck at a video game. It can't be done. But on the occasion, on the very small occasion, we could bust a couple nuts worldwide. That's all we need.
Don't get smart with me, boss, because I'm not in the mood. Let me know what you want to do.
After a lengthy back and forth with threats of litigation in the conversation, Rich posted this on his public Facebook. But only Big Cheese at the time knew who it was directed at.
I'm a nice guy, but I'm not a pushover, and if you try to screw me over business-wise, I will legally stomp you and smile while doing it. Just a word of advice. Rich, bruh, you're playing the victim once again. You are a victim, an emotional victim.
This was all compiled in Big Cheese's video calling Rich out for going back on his word. Rich, rather than pay those $200 and diffuse the building tension, uploads his own video to counter Big Cheese.
So you get back anything, you lose no money minus shipping, and you get months upon months of free advertising, and you're trying to turn this into me being like a scandalous thief? Go to hell, dude.
Come on, Leon. It's not that easy. Not everyone can throw that heavy gaming chair. I'm not picking up this chair at all. Yeah, but you choose the right moments to be loud. Other people is just 100% screaming at everything. Well, I don't have the ability to fucking just scream at everything. It's just what gets me annoyed.
This is the last video I'll make.
And stupid motherfuckers trying to virtue signal for their fake-ass political sides. It makes me mad! I do agree, though, that Big Cheese sounds like a stripper with a yeast infection. And it's not the person, it's more so the name. You know? Like, when I hear the Big Cheese, I'm just thinking to myself, yep.
Make on it. I don't care who else makes responses. I know people. I was going to keep this private like it should have been, but since you wanted to make it into a shit show, so be it. I'm sure this is going to be an e-drama thing that everyone's going to jump on the bandwagon with, but this is the only video I will make about it.
Without any encouragement from Big Cheese himself, this disagreement alone birthed the Big Cheese Crusaders, random users that formed under this drama in order...
Big Cheese Crusaders. Okay. That is... quite all right.
To go after Rich in whatever ways they could. Rich saw only a glimpse of the chaos to come and buckled under the pressure.
I paid Big Cheese, and I guess I do owe him an apology. Even though I was willing to send back the product.
No, you should have just paid him. Fuck, just pay him. Ain't that deep? Also, complete side note, none of you care about. New cooking video this week, making it tonight, sesame chicken. I'm going to throw my hat in the ring at the sesame chicken.
I guess he was depending on the money that I was going to send him, and
What do you mean you guess? I saw those. Wait a minute. It's growing back. Where is it? Where's the chain? Somewhere in here, he said he needed that. Right there. Really needed that 200. You bastard. You fat. You fat. You fat. Does anybody remember the American Dad episode where it's Barry talking and he's just saying something and he just goes, and Stan just looks at him and goes, "Shut up, fatty. That's how I feel right now.
Yes, I do owe him an apology.
Sweet, still got to try to make orange chicken. I got to make that too. I forgot that I never made the orange chicken because I fucked up the sauce. Literally at the end, I fucked up the sauce, but it's okay. It's okay, my children. It's all right. Lard ass, yeah. So I gotta make sesame chicken and I gotta make orange chicken. So you might get 2 this week, depending on how the body feels.
Even though I was willing to send back the product, I guess he was depending on the money that I was going to send him, and it kind of blindsided him.
Though the feud was ostensibly over, in reality it had shifted between fans and detractors of Rich, some still under the Big Cheese Crusaders. Whenever Rich would slip up in a video, they were certain to catalog it.
I actually truly feel that I owe Anita Sarkeesian an apology. Here's what I mean. Mr. Reps.
How can you mess up the sauce? It's literally just barbecue sauce and orange jam. Ooh, I never want to eat orange chicken from you. Never. Do you hear me? Never.
He's a pretty big channel on YouTube.
Videos like Rich's apology to the highly disliked Anita Sarkeesian over threats she was receiving, or just an ill-informed video about how DirectX 12 compatibility works. Comments disparaging Rich would soon become the least of his worries, as he knew hell would overshadow them all. Around April of 2015, a channel going under Review Hell USA was persistent in the ruination of Rich, seeking to affect not only his reputation.
Motherfuckers got so hated at change.org. You know how hated you gotta be for people to make a fucking petition to get rid of you? Like, that shit that happens to game companies, that should not be happening to YouTubers.
But also cancel his convention showings and successfully scared away his sponsors. Though it looked like this person wasn't the only one interested in threatening Rich beyond what was typical.
This is when shit goes too far. I deal with trolling on a daily basis. I deal with nonsense on a daily basis. I've been DDO.
Why am I not getting this star? All right, you're not seeing it. You didn't see it for like the past 3 minutes. But I'm trying to get like 5 stars on this, and you got to play it on hard difficulty, and you don't allow a touchdown. You don't allow more than 20 passing yards, and you force an incompletion. I keep doing that. What is the next thing? What is the hidden thing that I need in this moment?
OS attacked her.
I'm going to make a petition to shame your chicken. I will completely derail this fucking stream. How dare you?
Denial of service attacked on Twitch, so on and so forth. But the message that you're seeing here still is a message that I received on Facebook. When you threaten me is when shit gets real.
The purpose of this threat was to both scare Rich and cancel his convention showing. But as Rich draws on, a claim he makes about the advice given from law enforcement is not so believable.
So I actually asked the officer if I should make a video about what happened, and he said, yeah, it would be a good idea. It could give us more information.
No. I might be slow, but I ain't stupid. You did not seek out law enforcement and they told you make a YouTube video. Actually kiss my ass. kiss my fucking ass, you mongoloid. You fucking mongoloid. Actually smack my ass like a drum. Like, no. Like, no. It's impossible for me to see. This is why I don't take YouTubers seriously in any of the issues that they go through. Like, it's impossible. It's impossible. Like, there's no simple way. Derail it, no balls. Let me see your chicken recipe. All right. Post yours while I fucking give you what I put in my shit. First of all, what we making? Chicken tenders, chicken wings. How we doing this? How we doing this? Because it's simple. Cornstarch, baking powder, mustard, hot sauce, garlic, onion, paprika, cayenne, salt, pepper, little bit of sazon because I gotta get some fucking kink in that shit. I gotta get some fucking twang in my shit. Who uses mustard? Me. Yeah, I can outcook all you fucking white people when it comes to chicken. Don't fucking tempt me. Don't try me, you fucking left behind liberals. This is democracy manifest. What's the crime? What's the crime? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Gentlemen, this is democracy manifest. Why do people watch? See, it's not hard. Motherfuckers could just spend like an hour with your personality combating with anybody in the chat about something, and it could just be fun. This became a cooking stream. If I set up everything in my fucking kitchen, you bastards would be salivating.
It can help us get a lead quicker. So I'm actually asking you guys for some help.
It was this line that had viewers questioning if Rich was lying. This sentiment was shared on Drama Alert that was reporting the story.
Now, Tech USA said that he went to the police, and the police told him to make a video so people try to find this person.
And Gaming Witch, where were you when Trump got shot?
It seems like a little bit of a stretch. I'm not the only one that thinks it's a stretch. A lot of people have been uploading videos to YouTube claiming that this is just a hoax for exposure.
Fucking keep throwing that shit out. I keep doing that shit to Gaming Witch. That's why she doesn't come to my streams anymore, because she knows that's what eventually, it's like with me and Heckin and the fucking bacon. Eventually, that will be the subject matter.
Whatever the case, Rich on his Facebook was firing back, claimed that the trolls that went after him will be made an example of. Quote, how this shit is handled on the internet has to be changed, and I'm gonna make that change happen. They know I have info and are scared, and they should be. The anonymity of the internet should not be a safe
He was in the grassy knoll.
haven for harassment. Unquote. Those
Hold up, stop. Points immediately invalidated. Milk? You add milk? Is it just like the milk you put in cereal, or is it buttermilk? Because if it's buttermilk, fine. If it's regular milk that you put... I'm every woman, it's just in me. Lots of Vegeta. If motherfucker, you talk about vegetables, be ashamed of your fucking self. Like, this is not democracy manifest.
those seeking Rich's demise were confident, enough so that they came forward claiming that they were the ones that sent the threat.
We have Lizard Squad here today. We also have Review Tech USA. Why did you guys make the death threat? Why did you get him kicked from this event? Don't you think that's going too far?
No, it wasn't going too far. It was actually our associate, Daryl Boot, who called up too many games and told them basically what would happen if he attended the event.
Whether it was from the infamous hacking group, Lizard Squad, Review Hell USA, or any other of Rich's trolls.
Nah, make sure it's high-fat... Let me read this out in full. All right, American. Tenderize. Pretty sure you meant tenderize. Tenderize the chicken breast with a mallet. Add some salt, pepper, and a lot of vegeta. Feel like you mean vegetables. Fry the chicken, then add milk as a juicy sauce. W troll. I might block you from my fucking chat.
His harassment.
What was that? That's the sound little old Leon losing his last brain cell.
Only escalated as more users were coming out to attack him, which Rich continued to address. Little did they know, Rich was more than willing to sink to their level.
Okay, so the sponsor that came up to me fairly recently, and I'm excited as hell that we're working together, is called shadowsgovernment.com. These guys work with digital forensics, online psychological criminal profiling, and the one I'm going to be talking about the most, okay, is cyber criminal investigation.
Shadows Government was a self-proclaimed white hat hacker. These are deemed ethical hackers who try to expose security vulnerabilities for the companies or individuals they serve or take contracts with. As much as anonymity is valued in the space, Todd Nicely, the person behind Shadows Government, wasn't so anonymous.
Todd Nicely was arrested after impersonating a doctor at Somerset Community Hospital.
Rich? Is this what you were doing? Buddy? That's not good.
But he says there's more to the story. Todd was a patient when he wondered just how secure the hospital is, both physically and technically. He runs an online conglomerate of computer hackers from all over the world called Shadows.
As it was quickly found out, Nicely also had several criminal convictions, mostly related to drug possession and driving, whether it be under the influence or with a revoked license. Rich had promoted a convicted criminal for reasons that soon became apparent when Shadows sent out a bounty. Quote, Shadows putting out a bounty on their heads, easy money. Announcement, $200 for docs on the following. Big Cheese Crusaders bullshit group. They usually go by Review Hell USA, Review Mussolini, or Review something or other, unquote. While this is hard to verify with complete certainty as it only exists through screenshots and videos, there is other information that has yet to be wiped, like this Facebook post that can still be found on Rich's Facebook. Quote, I would like to thank Anonymous, our Predator, and Shadows Government for helping me proactively identify and locate
You hired people to fucking find out who was being mean to you on the internet? This is not democracy manifest. Like, no. You loser. Like, that's all I view you at. You're a loser.
Acted, aka Review Hell USA. Excellent work, and I can't express my gratitude enough, unquote.
Here is what happened with that. I forgot about it. I swear on my son I forgot about it. I wouldn't even mention that in that Twitch video. There was a guy on YouTube who was bothering my family and I, to the point that I had to get authorities involved. I'm not going to go into details. Basically, they threw their hands up and there was nothing they could really do. Someone said, which ended up being him, that I have that guy.
Never made fried chicken. What's the buttermilk for? It's to help. It's to help with the crunch. It's to help marinate the chicken, you fucking mongoloids. I can't believe it. Don't derail. We're supposed to be learning about this fat... We're supposed to be learning about American Tipster. We're supposed to be learning, and we're not derailing this to a fucking cooking stream. Do you hear me? We are supposed to be fighting for democracy manifest.
As information, maybe this will put a stop to him.
Grilled chicken is also good.
So I was like, okay. I mean, I kind of thought it was bullshit, but I'm like, all right, I'll put it out there.
Archived is Rich posting the paste bin of Review Hell USA. Quote,
is Tipster not American? I have no idea. There's Mexican Tipster. There's Southern Tipster. I guess this guy could just be American. Where is he from? He could be Midwest Tipster. These are like the fucking infinity stones. Soon we're gonna get New York Tipster.
Someone sent me a possible dox of the psycho that has been relentless on me. I didn't ask for it, and I strongly question its legitimacy. But what the hell? I'm tired of this prick. Unquote.
I never doxed anybody. That was the funny thing. I never looked up anyone's information or did anything to get anybody's information. That was just handed. That is all it was. I personally did not get anyone's information. So, it is what it is.
Rich seems confused on what doxing is. Obtaining information is not doxing. Releasing it is doxing. The severity varies on the intent.
EDP is black. No. So listen, I Tipster's weird. He's not a pedophile. EDP's in his own fucking category. Like that's his own category.
And widespread of the information. Contrary to popular belief, doxing can be a crime. In the US, it is classified as cyberstalking and is exactly what Rich was doing. Specifically, posting information or spreading rumors about the victim on the internet or hiring private investigators. After Rich committed this crime, due to the reaction, he took it down as explained in this Facebook comment. Quote, don't get it, people were freaking out. I wasn't threatening the person in the dox.
Who's Mexican Tipster? It's the Tipster we all know and hopefully just end up forgetting about.
And I wasn't the one who compiled it, but due to the reaction I took it down. I really just wanted to see if anyone knew anything, unquote. Now late 2015, it turned out that the Big Cheese Crusaders were not only targeting Rich, but also Big Cheese himself. For that reason, Rich uploaded a video with Big Cheese in an attempt to quell the unrest.
And while I was streaming, you know, the BC Crusaders, that's what they call themselves. How the hell you crusading me? But they call themselves the BC Crusaders. They spammed DDoS my Twitch page, a bunch of followers with my home phone number saying that my wife's a whore and then my mom has cancer and then says I have your mailing address and stuff like that. So it's been pretty much the cyber harassment, cyber attacking towards me.
What happened with Big Cheese and me, there was a business deal we had, it went sour, but we squashed it within, what would you say, 24 hours of it happening?
Pretty much.
And if we can move on from it, there's no reason for it to keep continuing. And I hope maybe if people realize, oh wow, Rich and Big Cheese have moved on from this, maybe it isn't as big of a deal as people are trying to make it out to be.
The top comments were criticizing Rich for bringing up the trolls once more. Quote, "No, why did you bring it up? The trolls were returned. And you just restarted the cycle, Rich. Rich, this was a bad idea." Unquote. It's difficult to state what effect this video had on the Big Cheese Crusaders. What is known is that at this point, those that were left...
You haven't scored a point yet. I'm trying to do a challenge, you dickhead. I'm not interested in scoring a point. I have to fucking stop him from getting 20 passing yards, but he keep fucking running it!
The movement were members that truly despised Rich, and as such, they continued to document Rich under a critical lens, seeking to spread word of his transgressions, the newest of which came from a Final Fantasy XIV review.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Rich of Review Tech USA, and this is going to be a very interesting video. Square Enix came up to me and asked me to play Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. I suggest you give this game a chance. I think you'll really enjoy it. So huge shout out to Square Enix for giving me an opportunity to play this game, and I think they have something awesome on their hands, and now I can see why this game has been praised by so many people.
Rich in the video praised the game, but it was only in the description and the comments.
Wait. This Sunday is so boring as fuck. Well, go excite yourself, you fucking moron. Like, hello? Don't worry, Sundays will be fun real soon. And it's called Sunday Football.
That he stated he was sponsored by Square Enix to make this video. That in itself wasn't the entire reason this review was somewhat controversial. It was Rich's prior, unpaid statements about the game.
And they try too hard to be different, and the outcome is games like Final Fantasy XIII, Final Fantasy XIV, and the other garbage they come out with. They're trying to figure out what it is, maybe because they've made a bunch of crappy Final Fantasy games that no one cares about. But beyond the screw-ups they're making, let's talk about all these companies, because they're losing money making AAA games because they either try to rehash the same IP over and over again, or, they try to make a half-ass game with multiplayer and hope it sells 10 million units and it doesn't.
These were likely throwaway lines to emphasize the dislike of Square Enix and the years the videos were created. And being that Final Fantasy XIV is an MMO,
football isn't my thing. Well, you're just not American.
And changes year per year, Rich could have naturally changed his opinion as the game improved. Although the clips next to each other and the lack of disclosure inside the actual video made for more reason for trolls to dislike Rich, and closed out 2015. 2016 started off just as poorly for Rich. In January, he polled his Twitter audience asking them if he should make a Patreon. No won by a decent margin. Coincidentally, Keemstar posted this video about creators being greedy with their Patreons.
Like, why would you ask your fans for money when you could give money back to your fans? I mean, you're the one that's blessed.
This was a repeat of the situation with the BBC. Though Keemstar did not mention Rich by name, Rich immediately responded and assumed it was him that Keemstar was talking about. The two then argued about the ethics of donations before the conversation died down. That's when Keemstar told Rich he was making a general statement that was not specifically targeting him. From here, Rich apologized 1, 2, 3, 4 times. This apology lasted about an hour. Quote, LMAO, okay, apology taken back. At Keemstar, really dude? I'm done after this, but wow. Unquote. Rich was not done after this, as below was a video calling Keemstar out for having a donate button on his stream page, as Rich was equating that to having a Patreon. The only person that could benefit from this nebulous argument was Keemstar, but Rich was too arrogant to see how this back and forth, his flip-flopping from apologizing to then taking the apology back, could hurt him.
Before everyone freaks out, I have no ill will against Keemstar. This isn't going to turn into some stupid thing.
This turned into a massive back and forth between Rich and Keemstar and eventually escalated into a debate.
Right? He's like, look at Keemstar, I take my apology back. Well, first of all, you apologized because you thought I was talking about you, okay? That's why you apologized, all right? But then you took my apology back because you found that I have a donate button on my stream. Rich, look, you said just a little while ago that you're not going to be making a Patreon.
Yeah.
Are you 100% you're not going to be making a Patreon?
Pretty much, yes.
All right, well, there it is. He's not making a Patreon. So look, you manipulate the situation. You lied 3 times. So we've already went over this 100 times. And you know what? Now I backed you in a corner, and you're not making a Patreon. So I'll take it as a win.
Dude, don't
Anyone
even
else
try.
can say whatever the fuck they want. I'll take it as a win.
Oh, just take. Why can't you fucking people just take your L and fucking die? Like, why not? Why not? You lost your pointless online interaction. You got chewed out in front of, I guess, thousands of people at the time. Take it and run. Run and go away and never return to internet debating discourse because you're not good at it.
Yeah, of course you're going to take it as a win. You're like making these things and putting them in there to make it as a win. The bottom line is this.
You're not making a Patreon.
Semantics aside, throughout the debate, it was Keemstar's goal to bar Rich from making a Patreon, in which he succeeded, lest he go back on his word. And if this happened in February, instead of January 2016, Keemstar would have had more ammunition to use, not because of the Patreon, but because of these 2 tweets. Quote, I think it's time I released at the RTU Critic's personal info. What do you guys think? Let's have some fun. At the RTU Critic, I'll make sure to add that pic of your kid to the docs too. Let's make this a good one. Unquote. Rich claims this was in retaliation to the RTU Critic's doxing and harassing of his family, which included his children, even calling Rich when he was at the gym. Though after it came out that Shadow's government had a criminal history, Rich cut ties with Shadow and tried to delete as much as he could of what happened. These tweets were soon deleted, though they are still visible through the Wayback Machine alongside the remnants of the RTU Critic's campaign against Rich. There were also videos that fans of Rich made combating the RTU Critic.
What the fuck? What are y'all doing in my chat? Why am I seeing white EDP? This is the white EDP is Chris Tyson. My goodness.
Do you not have sanity?
This fan made a rap song celebrating the dogs of the RTU critic.
You can't run, you can't hide, you're not going to stop my review tech pride. You could have got boxed, but instead you got doxed.
The RTU critic and Review Hell USA are the same person, alongside a different creator known as Sierra Air.
Hey guys, in this video I'm going to expose a traitor to the Big Cheese Crusaders.
Sierra was not nearly as successful in getting reactions from Rich, but they were successful in keeping whatever was left of the Big Cheese Crusaders together. Clear by the catalog of videos, Sierra was not a very sane person, as it is not typical for someone to upload this many videos about the police or just McDonald's employees harassing them. Regardless, Sierra did get some notoriety from those looking into Rich's most dedicated opposition.
Now this person that he's adding in this tweet is not exactly as subtle about the threats he makes. I'm in Ireland, you can't catch me. Rich's personal life will be targeted until he quits. I don't care what the fuck you think about me, I want that man dead in a bog.
Rich's outbursts continue to encourage his trolls. In this livestream, he called one the F word.
Dude, I really, I don't care, man. And the thing is if I block you, then you say I'm a pussy. If you stay here, you annoy the shit out of me. Like, why don't we just meet somewhere? If you have that much of a problem with me, let's meet somewhere and we could, quote-unquote, discuss it. If you got that much of a problem, dude, I'm more than willing to meet. You name a place, I'll meet you there. And we can have a discussion. We can discuss anything you want. I will meet you. I will put a fucking flag on my car saying I'm rich, and we can meet there. I don't know, man, but you seem that you are such a fucking loser that you come on here all the fucking time, and it's annoying. And if I block you, you get pissed. If I unblock you, you annoy the shit out of me.
This was the pinnacle of controversy for Rich at the time. His strategy of doxing his worst trolls and publicly making amends with Big Cheese seemingly worked in his favor. The worst that was happening to him was when he ate all that a Wall Street Journal article fed him about PewDiePie, an article that was filled with false information decrying PewDiePie as anti-Semitic. Rich quickly took this video down and issued an apology.
It's time for me to eat a whole bunch of fucking crow right now.
In Rich's apology, he still got important information about PewDiePie incorrect, like stating that PewDiePie wore an SS officer's uniform when the costume he wore was clearly not of German origin. But
Jesus Christ, you know what's crazy? You fucks tried so hard. That's why this should have been my indicator that you people online will live and die by this sword of mediocrity and this fucking virtue signaling gayness, because on what planet
for this to be
do y'all look at this guy and try to fucking make him evil?
Rich's most controversial video for at least a year was an improvement, though all good things must come to an end, and Rich would find himself with more problems, some of his own creation, others falsified to destroy his character.
So let me get this straight. Rich cries when he gets doxxed, but likes it when it happens to other people.
Gee, I wonder why I flagged that down. I don't know.
And he's given out, the state that I live in.
At least try to come after me for something I can't instantly debunk.
He also gives out my last name.
Review Tech, who is Anna Doyle? I see people mentioning her in the chat.
On November 1st, 2017, Rich finally committed and announced he was making a Patreon. With the apocalypse cutting into his revenue, and with his videos full of colorful language and unsavory subject matter, this is what he offered to remain uncensored. While there could have been issues with trolls pointing out him going back on his word and creating a Patreon, as long as Rich did not address it, no one would care. For the next couple of months, hundreds would subscribe to Rich's Patreon as he would thank them for its success. Once it passed over $1,000 a month and remained there for a period, Rich made a promise for Patreon-only streams, but failed to give any details within a timely manner. Then Rich on a livestream stated this.
With the stream guys, in terms of doing like an exclusive stream for patrons, I don't know if, I know I put that on there. I don't know if I want to do that because I feel like I just feel like I'm being unfair to the rest of my subscribers.
Listen, if you motherfuckers paid me for like secret streams, fuck the rest of these motherfuckers. Y'all just threw bread at me to fucking just have the secret streams where we all just sit around and fuck. They paid you, you dumbass. Like you illiterate, colorful, dumb fuck. You bald-headed nutsack. Like, this is pathetic. This is a guy trying to wiggle around and try to make shit happen.
This video was archived and uploaded on a channel that went by Anna Doyle. This is believed to be a sock account of Review Hell USA. The video showing the unfulfilled Patreon reward was titled Review Tech USA Undelivered Patreon Reward Promises. The only reason it is prominent now is because Rich addressed it.
Now, the video is called Review Tech USA Undelivered Patreon Reward Promises. And generally when this jackass makes videos, I ignore them. I have better things to do. Let them say whatever the hell they want to say. But when you try to make me seem like I'm being a thief, I gotta step in and say something, especially when I have documented evidence proving that I'm not.
Rich's evidence used to debunk Anna Doyle was in the form of posts that stated he was committing to Patreon-only streams. But this was in March. Review Tech introduced the idea in January and failed to deliver any streams for those 2 months. This issue is so small that it is difficult to believe many, if any at all, of Rich's supporters will care about the minutiae of this. Anna Doyle's true goal, as it has always been, was to troll Rich, to get a response. And once again, they got what they wanted.
But to everyone out there who's saying that I'm being Panhandler Tech USA and making 8 billion videos about me, I got something for you too. Panhandle this.
This was just the beginning. In April,
such a fat finger.
The 1316 Killer, a creator that had long criticized Rich, received this screenshot which prompted him to make this video.
So just to let everybody know, I do not have Twitter, and I do not have Facebook. I actually put that in a skit that I made today, which will be going up. I don't know if I'll post this today or tomorrow, but take a good look at that.
On screen was allegedly the 1316 killer's docs. Rich responded by denying that he doxed him. Further tweets demonstrate how the screenshot could have been faked by editing the webpage's source code. And as dedicated as his trolls are in archiving every misstep, none of them provided an archive link to the tweet of Rich doxing the 1316 killer. There is no evidence behind this happening, and being that the 1316 killer was sent the screenshot means that there is no proof that the text was unaltered. This is not to say that Rich was completely uninvolved in drama. As tensions were rising between Rich and his most dedicated trolls, mysteriously their videos were disappearing, like Anna Doyle's, which is when Rich was asked to show his flagging history.
Will you show your YouTube history report like Monday Matt did because there's rumors you reported Anna Doyle? I'm not showing any reports. I didn't report him, but I'm not showing any reports.
With Rich's associate being exposed for flagging videos critical of them, this became the new spearhead against Rich and was utilized by Keemstar in 2018. In an unrelated drama, Keemstar was on creator Andy Worski's stream lambasting Rich for his transgressions.
And every time I see a video from you, it's just stupid fucking opinions. I don't know why you're on the fucking internet anymore. You're dumb, you get everything wrong, you say dumb shit over and over again. I'm so sick of hearing your dumb fucking opinions. You need to get smarter before you come on my fucking platform on YouTube and spread your bullshit. Because I'm sick of it. You're dumb. Get smarter.
Thank you.
And
it's such a passive aggressive. You're dumb. Get smarter. But it's accurate. You see, I'm starting to realize, like, if you're loud, these wannabe dickheads that like think they're teachers are going to be, oh, look at him. He's clearly irrational. Look at how much he's yelling, and he's not really doing anything of substance here. He's just yelling for no fucking reason. He's just making it seem as if, oh, God, he's somewhat better because he's yelling at the top of his lungs. No, I'm right. And I have to deal with you stupid biatches that bought that 40 laws of power. Guess what? Your dad's never coming back. You fucking abject failures. You're trying your fucking hardest to be, oh, these omnipotent soldiers. Your dad doesn't love you. Your mother wanted an abortion. Your friends are annoyed by you. And just because you spent $40 on a book, guess what? You didn't learn anything. You got scammed. And guess what? The 48 Laws of Power book irks the fuck out of me because everybody I know who has it is an incompetent dumbass who can't fucking speak. They can't alliterate a point. They can't articulate a point. They can't. But for some reason they buy that book and now they think they know how to have conversation with everybody. No, you dumbass. You're still unwanted by everybody who you wanted to be wanted by. Failure. Objective failure.
This conversation, Rich was on the back foot.
I listened to the audiobook. Yeah, congratulations. You're a dumbass who wanted it blown in your ear. I hate everybody. If you have fucking 40 Laws of Power book, just know I view you as a dumbass who can believe anything because your self-esteem is in the fucking gutter.
And so he wanted to make peace with Keemstar. Keemstar was willing under one condition.
Okay, I've calmed down. I understand that you want to make peace and that you're sorry. Olive branch out there if you show your flag history.
Rich, now willing to show his flagging history, pulled it up for all to see.
There you go.
There's God damn it, I can't get this fucking challenge. He keeps running the fucking ball like a fucking panhandler.
But this vehicle
Wait.
is unavailable.
So yeah, some were deleted. See when they're deleted?
Some were deleted.
All right, so,
those were probably from like 5 fucking years ago.
All right, so Review Tech sexually assaulted someone, DSP Gaming.
Gee, I wonder why I flagged that down. I don't know.
Review Tech, who is Anna Doyle? I see people mentioning her in the chat.
That is a dude who has put out my personal information.
Who's named
put out, and he.
Terrible.
And honestly, I wasn't even though I did flag him once, I wasn't even the one who got his channel taken down.
Rich had lied. He did in fact flag Anna Doyle, aka Review Hell USA. What's more, with Rich exposed, Keemstar saw the opportunity to dig the knife in further, insinuating that he only goes after people when they are weak.
Most of the shit that I got from you came under, like, in the year 2016, when the whole internet hated me, and everybody thought my career was over. And as soon as I regained, my channel, and now you want to be sorry.
No, I'm not like that.
Though this did provide yet another reason for trolls to continue their campaign against Rich, the internet at large did not care. What helped Rich avoid any of this backlash was his massive success. Shortly after this conversation, Rich had his best month on YouTube ever due to some extremely successful videos. This was Rich's shield. Over the next couple years, his videos would easily dominate anyone coming out against him despite his continued missteps. From a livestream covering January 6th to his dating profile being leaked, there was even a video theorizing he had gastric bypass surgery due to his massive weight loss. All of it forgotten because his own videos continue to dominate the search results. In 2022, he even hit 1 million subscribers. It was around this time that he had been using marijuana and had been wanting to significantly lessen his usage.
Like, there's a lot of times like, oh shit, I got to stream soon. Time to get stoned. And I'm like, oh no, that's not how I want to be. You know what I mean?
It's good. It's good not wanting to be high all the time. You mongoloid. You're still disturbingly fat, but, at least you're aware that you're fat.
Two things. Like I said, I'll have it a few times a year like I do drinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I'm anti-weed now. Like, dude, I think I should make it legalized federally. I'll have it a few times a year. And it did a lot for me.
While Rich had these desires and sought the benefits, like possibly increasing motivation, tragedy struck Rich's life, making it more difficult to quit or do anything else for that matter, as this happening required his entire attention.
Unfortunately, I have some bad news. His daughter is
I know this guy. 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 That's the fucking, isn't that his employee? Or like his former friend that he fucking fired or let go? Didn't he like take control of his channel for like a week? I know lore. God, I know all of this lore. See how unimportant, you see how unamused you are by what I just said? God.
in the ICU at the moment, and he is unable to make videos on the channel, and he's unable to live stream. He's going through a lot emotionally, of course.
That was Rich's dedicated editor, Jay, host of the channel JKB that was formerly 3KB or 3 kilobytes. In Rich's absence, Jay would take up the majority of responsibilities of the channel, but this went on longer than initially expected. Rich's daughter was thought to only need about 1 month of hospital stay, though that was less and less becoming the case.
My daughter, my youngest daughter, Mackenzie, is in the hospital right now with Stevens-Johnson syndrome, which is rare within itself. There's like 20,000 cases or less each year. The main reason why I'm making this video is that things are going to be different on this channel, probably until, I'm saying realistically, she's going to be 2 months. I don't wish this on my worst enemy. This is the worst thing I've ever been through.
After several months of turmoil, now in July, the worst of it seemed to be over. But Rich, now being a bit more active on his channel, reflected on his content.
Unfortunately, to put it lightly, and that's an understatement, life had different plans for me. So why things got inconsistent, because my time was at premium. I had my 2 sons here full-time for a very long time. And mostly what I stuck to was live streaming. And recently, this is what I'm leading up to, because my time is still somewhat at a premium because things aren't fully settled yet, I've brought back news, kind of.
What Rich goes into is his exhaustion of covering surface-level news. He has grown tired of reading articles or glancing at similar media and filming an equally introspective piece, hardly expanding on the original flimsy work. Typically, a creator may make these changes because their views are suffering from lack of experimentation. Their content has grown stale, and in order to survive the...
Man, I didn't know about half of this drama with him. I really didn't. I remember when he did the video about his kids. Like, isn't his daughter dead? I could be so fucking wrong about that one, but I'm asking as someone who like doesn't know this motherfucker from like a can of piss. Is his child dead? Like, don't let me sit here and be like objectively correct or wrong about this. Like, is the child dead? I know the child was in the hospital, but is it dead? I feel like it might be. Last I heard, she was just sick. No, the daughter's alive. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. Children are still alive. We don't want children dying.
Platform, something else must be created. This was not Rich's case. Even though he was uploading at a much slower rate than he had in the past couple of years, his views hardly suffered from his departure. This format is successful and easy to produce. But after over a decade of doing this, Rich has had enough and seeks to produce higher quality content.
I want to do more high production value stuff. I actually have stuff in the pike behind the scenes. I talk about it somewhat in live streams, but I don't want to bring it up here because when it's ready, it's ready. I've learned to not overpromise and underdeliver.
Rich is rather unspecific about his projects, but he does say he wants to create evergreen content, or videos that windows of interest are not dated. The fatal mistake was that he was killing his main channel by slowing down the legacy news content without testing any of this evergreen content to know if his format would even succeed. And then months went by. There was nothing but his typical uploads at a slower rate. But he did have another announcement, a shout out to a different project.
Upload to shout out my other music channel where I upload hip-hop records that I produce. God, I couldn't sound any more corny saying that, but no, I'm not kidding.
Rich's music channel, El Capo, is not popular. The rudimentary AI art would be off-putting to a typical user. Rich is spreading himself thin and is aimless. If he wanted to succeed and remain on the platform, he would not be doing this. At the very least, he would be creating the high production content he speaks so much of. The fact of the matter is, channels on YouTube can die as fast as they rise. And for Rich to throw away a surefire way to remain relevant or entertaining on the platform is dangerous. Not just for the money, but because, for the most part, he was in control. There is a space for Rich to continue to exist online without the need to create new videos. And that would be in the same vein as creators like Boogie298 or Wings of Redemption. These are...
No, those fat fucks don't, no. These people are fucking moronic. They are. It's objectively true. This is not democracy manifest.
Creators that have long lost their original supportive audiences and have them replaced for viewers who mock and troll them without end. These are known as lolcows, and Rich was quickly on the path to exist only as one, especially when entering needless feuds like he did with Does It Play at the end of 2023. This all started from this video.
If you're lucky, you may just get an unfinished version of the game that might be playable but broken. A lot of times you get these games home.
Rich was making the argument that current day games are all released as a broken mess that require immediate patches in order to exist in a playable state.
And he's right!
Same day of this video's release, Rich streamed and was challenged on this premise.
Does it play? Right here, they're real. And let me show you one else.
Does It Play is a website that tests whether games play in their unaltered state, meaning offline playability. Rich was now displeased with them because someone with 2 likes on Twitter challenged Rich on a statement about games being unplayable without patches. His major grievance was that Does It Play was one of those 2 likes.
Name a game, Does It Play, that you get from the store that there is not a multi-gigabyte update for. Go right now and get me one. That's from this current generation.
Rich, in his confidence, bet money that he was correct.
I'll pay them $2,000.
See, I only bet money when I know I'm right. Like when I bet y'all money to find me the exact quote about Joe Biden saying you ain't black if you don't vote for him. And isn't it funny how I didn't pay no money because that motherfucker didn't say that?
$2,000, get a game from the store, Does It Play, that doesn't require an update.
Rich added the circumstance that it had to be a AAA game, but even so, his loss was set. Just a day later, Does It Play responded with Super Mario RPG. Rich was prompted to retort.
That's tough. Of all the games.
Now arguing that the game industry is full of important day 1 patches. But that was not the argument. Quickly, other creators jumped in, correcting Rich. The responses were getting far more likes than Rich's own posts. As Rich kept tweeting, the responses were growing in numbers and virtually only against him. It was only on his stream later that night, after an hour debate from a guest arguing on behalf of Does It Play, Rich admits defeat.
So, here. On the 4th of each month, today's the 3rd, you'll pay $2,000. There you go.
This is where it should have ended, but already Rich was tweeting about a big surprise video, ruining the surprise with another tweet stating, quote, "Meh, at Does It Play 1 was wrong about this. It's all good, the money went to a good cause," unquote. This was in response to Jay's tweet, claimed that Super Mario RPG does have a game-breaking bug. Seeing Rich's discontent in what should have been an already settled situation, Does It Play tweeted at Rich additional examples that fit his criteria. Rich tweeting, quote, "Yeah, but you used the Mario RPG as an example to make me quote-unquote fork over the money. And it has a game-breaking bug that Nintendo is putting out an emergency patch for. Hopefully my funding can allow you to not make a crucial mistake like this again. Glad I got to support your cause."
I feel like even with all of this, motherfucker still provided you examples anyway and got $2,000 out of you. You might want to shut the fuck up.
Unquote. Tweet after tweet, response after response, Rich only dug himself in deeper. What goodwill he regained by donating the promised money was quickly being lost, and then he posted the video addressing it.
Hello everybody, I'm a proud Does It Play $2,000 financial supporter. And there are games that don't need updates, but the one they showed, they were wrong about, and that was Super Mario RPG. They said that, look, here's a AAA game that doesn't need an update day 1, it works right out of the box. Except for the fact that it has a game-breaking bug, Super Mario RPG.
The top comment of this video disputes Rich's statement about it being a game-breaking bug, as it is still very much completable without an update. Even so, Does It Play provided other examples that went unchallenged. For these reasons, all the top comments were against Rich. Quote, "Rich is way too into internet drama for a man his age. As a longtime fan of your content, Rich, this video could have honestly stayed in the drafts. Been watching your videos for years. This is easily the most embarrassing thing you put out, and I'm saying that to a guy who gets high and takes his shirt off on stream."
Isn't it weird that this motherfucker's name is Review Tech USA, but is bad at reviewing tech? Because how are you going to sit here and make these claims about a fucking Mario game, let's be honest, and not be ready for it? Like,
unquote.
Fuck you mean?
The last comment was not even commentary on only this situation. It was on Rich as a whole. Rich's streams only seem to be poisoned by his gimmicks, like the frequent use of a soundboard that's mainly used for this applause sound.
So anyway, there's a new lolcap podcast. Starring me. Let me go piss real quick. I promise I won't spam the applause. I know I'm overdoing it.
Does It Play ended up refunding Rich's money without his consent announced by this tweet. Quote, "Unfortunately, due to reasons unknown to us, we have found ourselves in the middle of a bit of a social media drama we clearly shouldn't have engaged with." Unquote. This is how Rich's 2023 was ended. Even so, 2024 was off to a much worse start. Rich's channel wasn't just dying, it was also being prepared for a feast, with the predators he thought he was toying with lying in wait.
And if anyone is responsible for Phil pressing the eject button, it's you fucking weirdos. And it's not the whole detractor community, a lot of them like me. But there is a portion that despise me. Because you know what it is, Jay? Jay's watching, my editor. They have channels that are dedicated to Phil. What's going to be the topic now?
Rich has a history of talking about lolcows.
Leon, have you played Mutant League Football? The creator got the rights back 6 years ago. Nope. Sounds like
yes, I talk about Phil in 90% of my streams.
Fun.
In this situation, Rich is proposing that a consequence of an upcoming documentary on the infamous creator Darkside Phil by documentarian Mike Klum would be that the detractors of Phil will need to slow the production of content down, or they discourage Phil from dropping the project. Engaging in this conversation with detractors of Phil is a terrible idea for a multitude of reasons. First is that as Rich criticizes Phil, it becomes apparent that many of his criticisms are also applicable to himself. Second, he is engaging and antagonizing trolls. Third, his channel is on a steep decline. With his typical viewers appearing less and less, and more trolls gaining interest in Rich, their voices grow louder, and so does their control of him.
I know there's some people who exist, they hate Phil to an unhealthy degree. They're just as bad, if not worse, than Phil's dents. and they're like so caught up in their hatred of him, they don't even fucking realize it.
That watermark, Snortmania, is from a troll channel that is known as Snort Hogan that mainly covers Darkside Phil. Now Snort Hogan has his talent sunk in on Rich, re-uploading Rich's stream segments that have him speaking on trolls. And though some of Rich's words ring true, they are being twisted intentionally by the inflammatory title of the video to both garner the attention of Rich and drive opposition towards him. And it worked.
I told you! I goddamn told you! And all of you cried like bitches. You're more of dents than Phil's dents. Cry. Cry hard, Snort Hogan. Cry hard, Cult of Hate. Keep crying, because I was right and you were wrong. Kiss my fucking ring and bow before me, you motherfuckers.
No, that's gay.
Rich in this video was celebrating that he was correct that Phil did indeed cancel the Mike Clum documentary, but that wasn't particularly insightful, being that most saw this as the likely case anyways. What matters is that Rich was growing ever more restless and combative with the trolls. This clip alone would appear in every one of Snort Hogan's videos from now on, but this was only the start.
You lost how many subs?
I lost about
100?
200 people.
From what? And
Twitter.
Also,
The loss of his followers was likely from this Twitter space that he hosted.
The only thing I will admit, because I have to admit when I'm wrong, is I overestimated that there was going to be a troll war. Okay, I'll take that L. But even down to the fact that the trolls blamed me, which I screen capped, for him canceling the Mike Clum documentary.
Rich was on a warpath.
So, some of Phil's dented detractors have said to me, today is the day of God. How could you be so mean on the day of God? So I said to myself, you know what? I will say a prayer. Lord Jesus, please pray for these lost souls and tell them to come suck my dick.
Detractor dents, they're different than detractors, for giving me a healthy amount of good, solid content for Jay and I this evening.
So well, first off, I'm going to start off with an apology if you follow me on Twitter. You probably thought that I have lost my mind over the past 24 hours.
I've thought you lost your mind throughout the hour that we've spent together, but, you know, seems like everybody who was right about you in, like, what, 2016, 17, seems like they got it spot on, and this is their moment to shine and rejoice. So congratulations to them.
I have not. It was by design. It was done to farm motherfucking dumbass pieces of shit for content, and congratulations, they did it.
Congratulations.
Fuck you people with soundboards. Like I use my soundboard as it is necessary. And you haven't heard it in months. That's because I only use it on Twitch, and that's for stupid reasons that I won't fucking divulge here. But can we stop? If you're just telling me you cannot carry a conversation without some formation of a sound carrying you into the next time. I'm sorry, but I don't need an oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I don't need an applause. My applause happens in my head. That's why my head hurts right now.
It cannot be overstated how bad antagonizing Phil's detractors was at this time when his views were still going severely downhill. And now Rich was set in abandoning his channel's mainstay content altogether.
It has to die, Jay. The news has to die. It's
HG Mass knows.
It got to go away. There's no one that could convince me out of it this time.
In February, he restated his commitment, stating that he wants to make video game retrospectives.
I'm actually joined today by Jay. He's my editor, and those will be projects from, not to sound corny, from the heart. I don't want to hire outside script writers. I want it to be from us.
At this point in time, Rich has made more videos brainstorming what he wants to make than the actual videos he wants to make. This is never a good sign, and Jay, Rich's editor, saw what others did, and so Jay continued to try to convince him to keep doing the news videos. But Rich did not relent, and things went from bad to catastrophic.
Listen, I'll end it with this. My fat ass will go fucking bankrupt, get in the prettiest suit. I will go there with a smile on, because you know what?
There is an absolute...
Tipster has the best soundboards. You know, we live in a world where people could think what they want, and that's fine.
shitstorm coming out right now.
It'll destroy your reputation, and I'll get publicity out of it because a giant pussy from Canada wanted to sue me because his feelings were hurt. Like, you come here.
As it was coming out, late February, Jay was no longer working for Rich, and his firing was far from amicable. 8-Bit Eric, a relatively small channel, was covering the situation as it was evolving in Jay's Discord. And just as Rich had done to Big Cheese, he was making Facebook posts cryptically talking about the situation.
From Richard on his Facebook, it says, I need to be able to afford my rent. Proceeds to buy parts to upgrade the gaming PC I gave him, and dude got paid by me on top of that. I guess money magically floated out of thin air. Miracles do happen. Man, oh man, get fucked my boy.
Rich deleted that post and apologized. But in that same apology, he still belittles Jay.
Richard comes out and says, you know what, I deleted the post. Instead of making a public shit show, may the best man win, and by best man I mean I'll win. I do better without parasites attached to me anyway.
This was quickly gaining attention, and there are a lot of smaller supports that built up this falling out. Though it appeared sudden, there were a few reasons Rich was combative. On Rich's side, he was annoyed that Jay did not want to create shorts for Rich's streaming channel. The reason Jay refused was because of lack of direction in this request. Rich's streams are full of dead air and generally lack substance. To ask Jay to scrub multi-hour long streams for usable clips, it did not win him over. But that was while Jay was still employed. There were also elements around the firing, like that the firing came from a text message, and that Jay was fired on his birthday.
Oh, boo-hoo. Joe Biden broke up with all of us via fucking Twitter post. We're all not special. We come to realize that none of us fucking matter. If the president breaks up with us via Twitter, we're not good. We're all kind of pieces of shit. Also, this motherfucker is apparently sitting on a beach just relaxing. Who's running this fucking country?
There was also the matter of the retainer. As Jay stated, they had a deal in the case that Jay was fired that he would be owed a full month's pay. Rich initially did not want to honor this.
I put this in place because he was a nightmare to work with and unreliable at times. When he was told that he would have to pay me this, he said I was extorting, and he paid me half, leaving me in shock. He then brought the PC, which wasn't a gift. It was meant for me to work on his show and bring in money for both of us.
Rich had very recently given Jay a PC, though it was clear that this was for work. Rich was using this as leverage to not commit to the payment he was promised. What's also interesting about this computer is that Rich cared so little about it initially that he was going to give it away to Darkside Phil.
So I'm literally still looking at the computer right now. Eventually, I have another friend up in Canada I'm going to give it to.
The reason Jay got the PC was because Darkside Phil refused it, possibly fearing that it may have spyware. This escalated well into March. On March 5th, Jay tweeted, quote, "I want to say that yesterday Rich sent me a bunch of really terrible audio messages that made it clear how he feels. I am done. I can't deal with nonsense anymore. I've been worried how this will look for him. I didn't want to have to say anything again, but I am done trying to help him." Unquote. In a different tweet, Jay stated that he wasn't going to read them, but to ask Rich to play them on his show. Jay then tweets that he is done with the situation once more.
Since it's out there, you know what, Jay? I'll play the messages.
Do you realize how much damage you not getting a $500 when you've gotten so much extra from me throughout the years?
There's not much substance in these initially private voice messages. They recap the drama and include some belittlement of Jay. However, Rich was furious that Jay exposed their existence, and now having paid Jay the money owed, he saw it fit to go after him rather than let things die down. Here, Rich provides reasons why Jay was not the best employee, including the times he refused to make clips and shorts for the channel.
You got paid.
Did he give his response on Wednesday? Joe? Yeah, he did. It was pretty much fine. Like, except dumbass was like, he's reading off of a teleprompter. I got some bad news for any of you motherfuckers that don't really understand what these motherfuckers are actually doing off camera.
To basically sit on your ass. Now, there are times I've made you wait with my terrible time management, and I will own that. But again, you stayed. How many times did I give you extra shit, extra money?
Rich played his hand. This is all he had.
This is why I don't want to work with people. It sounds like age to, what the fuck? It sounds like age to work with people.
Against Jay.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to block him and move on.
This was a lie. Though Rich lacked ammunition, he sought to continue the feud.
You're the sidekick everywhere you go. That's not jealousy saying that. When you used to sit there and...
That's jealousy saying that, because didn't his editor like do a stream where he got like a fuck ton of money in one stream? That is bitterness and not democracy manifest.
It's not like your balls were getting grabbed. JKB back with another video. You couldn't cut it. That's why you became my editor. You got paid to basically sit on your ass. Now, there are times I've made you wait with my terrible time management. Now, dude, I admit all the fucking time when I'm in the wrong with stuff, all the time. I eat crow all the time when I
mean, after you fucking try to stand tall and people debunk that shit with actual evidence?
Fuck up. I'm not admitting it with...
That's what I've fucking learned throughout this, is that you're a bastard who fucking likes to talk a lot of big shit. And then, once people dumb you down with the proof, you shut the fuck up and be the quivering little bitch we've all learned about in this past hour.
This one. The heights I'm going to go to, because this is put a fire under my ass like you wouldn't believe, are going to be incredible.
This drama was coming out during Rich's worst performing month this year so far. But Jay also wasn't done, because he did a podcast breaking down what happened.
So let's get this straight. He said, I'm a parasite.
Oh, it's Nerdy John!
Then he made a stream about it and said, I stand by what I said. And then days later, he apologized. He said, I shouldn't have done that. And now where are we at? I don't even know, because it's like being on a roller coaster that spins. I don't even know what direction we're in when it comes to what he's talking about.
As poorly as Rich continued to handle this, there were moments where Jay prodded Rich, excusing these prods as jokes, like when he made a channel called Review Tech Canada after being fired. This channel was removed after a day. Being that Rich has had various detractor channels that follow him intently that are spin-offs of his channel's name, this could be seen as a strike at Rich. There was also the firing on his birthday that, while accurate, was getting the criticism that he was victimizing himself.
And it was supposed to be like a public joke where people went, oh, he's Review Tech Canada for a day or whatever on his YouTube channel. I changed it literally for like 20 hours. My first stream was called I'm Fired on My Birthday, which is what technically happened. You know, and it was a joke.
In the overall picture, it did not matter because Rich was far more aggressive, and a dam was beginning to leak. As Rich previously brought forward all reasons why Jay should be disliked, users were finding more and more reasons why Rich should be felled. This was becoming a rabbit hole as one event was hooked to another, and slowly his controversial history was being dug up, like this podcast that he did with Jay.
How many times did he bring up people hate him? Yeah, during the streams. Constantly. He in the last, like, I'd say 6 months, if you go back, he was proud of the fact that people didn't like him. And when we would stream together, and this is something I never talked about, he had Ethan Ralph's ex-wife on the show, quote unquote.
This was an event that happened just 2 months ago in the period that Jay and Rich still streamed together, when the alleged ex-wife of a controversial creator was interviewed. Naturally, it was a troll that strung Rich along for nearly 30 minutes.
Oh, you... Pathetic. No, you're not good at reviewing shit, except if when it was DK Oldies chewing you out. Now I'm glad they did it. You suck at internet beef, and now you're just falling for bait from fucking people who want to fuck with you for a larf. Like, pathetic.
The troll then linked the call to a different troll that Rich willingly accepted.
Did you ever see that time where because you kept mentioning the hard R before, did you ever see when he was talking about the hard R?
Yes.
It meant something different when he said it.
Yeah, that was that the video you're talking about?
You know that hard R means, well, I don't want to say it, but.
Well, we said rape before.
Yeah, okay, so I can say it. Are you saying I can say it?
Yeah, you could say
You're
it.
giving me the pass? Hard R means.
Fucking hell, mate. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, bloody hell. Why? Why, white man? You just give these people who hate you ammunition to fuck you even more. Do you not understand, mate? It's just fucking ridiculous how you fucking operate. You can't do it. You are an idiot. In every sense of the word and imagination, you're slow, you're stupid, and you are not democracy, man of...
The troll goes on to say the N-word, and Rich and Jay fully understand the situation they were in. More of these moments that make Rich a fool would come to light if he continued this crusade. And it seemed that Rich was fully committed to do so, as he announced he would be on the podcast Locale Live, but then walked it back soon after.
We're doing a video on my channel, and we're both going to be candid. We're going to be professional, we're going to be civil, no one's going to yell, yeah, I'm not going to do the Locale podcast, this is better, not going to go on there.
This video did not come, and the truce lasted only 4 days. It was this tweet of Jay's that possibly reignited the flame, stating that he was going to do an interview with Darkside Phil, but it was going to be a positive one because he was sick of all the negativity. Rich sought to ruin this opportunity by exposing the time Jay talked negatively about Phil. Rich then went on to tweet that Jay tried to extort him over the phone, but being that it wasn't recorded, there is no existing proof. Jay then responded to Rich, and this soon became back and forth. Rich stated that his channel would outperform Jay's a year from now, and Jay responded by saying that Rich has a clear advantage, while adding that he would not recommend working for Rich. This ended with Jay calling Rich a crazy ex, and also calling him by a nickname, Dickie. Just like the fake ex-wife Rich interviewed, this was also a nugget into Rich's humiliating history. Specifically, this old video of Rich talking about one of his prior jobs where a strung-out coworker gave him a disparaging nickname.
He continues on and goes, even better. Even better. I'm gonna call you Dickers. You are Dickers!
Because of the resurfacing of this nickname, Dickers is what detractors of Rich would derisively refer to him as. In retaliation to Jay's tweet, Rich finally went on the Locale Live podcast where he breaks down the situation.
What I'm saying is, when I hear your point of view, I'm on your side. I would really like Jay to get here to hear Jay's point of view on this, but I would love him here too. Everything that I'm hearing, I have to side with Rich.
Though Keemstar points out that Jay was not present to deliver his point of view, he does side with Rich. And with Rich now feeling justified and victorious, he makes it abundantly clear that he is done with the Jay drama, even considering the times he said he was done before, to then only jump back in.
I am going to say to people, please refer to this, whatever episode this is. That's it. Like, I don't want to talk about him anymore. I don't want to, like, I'm done. Like, yeah, I know I've went back and forth.
Does this turn into, yeah, I know I said I'm done, but I gotta fucking let you all know that I'm done now. After this one, then he does another one. I'm done after this one, then he does another one. I'm done after this one, then he does another one. I'm done after this one, then he does another one. The cycle of, it reminds me of you dipshits who fucking say, hey, I'm moving in silence. Everyone, I'm moving in. Look, hey, over here. Hey. I'm moving in silence. Hey, you, look at me. I'm moving in silence over here. Fuck up before I knee you in the nuts.
Out of anger.
Which also reveals a few details of this upcoming.
You want to learn how to actually move in silence? There are people who still think I live in Florida. That's moving in absolute fucking silence. I've broadcasted the objective fact that I move from state to state, and motherfuckers still think I live in different states. I have 3 people who think I live in Wyoming. For the love of absolute God, if you clearly want to keep talking about it because it nets you a positive, which is fine. Being netted a positive is fine, but shut the fuck up. You know what's crazy? If I could story time myself, I've wanted to keep talking about certain individuals, but I got people got in my ear per se to get me to not do it because it wouldn't net any positive for anybody involved, and I respect that input to this day. Like after a certain point, after I've had all my fun, it's just now it feels almost pointless to keep going, and so I stopped. But I'm not about to be like, oh my God, hey everybody, I'm done talking about it. Talk about it again. Oh, this is the last one. I'm done talking about it again. I'm certain, I'm fairly certain that we will never be discussing Brendan Deppa again. The autistic dude who beat the fuck out of the teacher. Because despite all these motherfuckers running around trying to get mad at me because I'm happy that somebody beat the fuck out of somebody, got what was coming to them, which was 5 years and 15 years of fucking probation. And after he's out, he's going to get those 15 years in a group home. Like, you getting mad at me because I wanted a punishment for that, congratulations. You let me know that you're perfectly fine with giving somewhat of a non-sentence to somebody who beats the fuck out of a person. You could blame the school all you want, but we're not about to blame that teacher who just did a thing and got her shit creamed.
Coming high-quality project that is supposed to set the tone for the future of his channel.
It's a retrospective on the industry and how it's fucked right now. And it's about 40 minutes long, and I, to the best of my ability, try to make it like as close
industry
as I can.
as in like YouTube or like industry as like
gaming, how it's changed and how the industry right now is like in limbo, kind of like me.
Gaming changed because there was more of a monetary gain than actual creative gain. The AAA companies basically abandoned prospects of actually making games that are long-lasting with replayability, and now they're focusing on these fucking Fortnite-style-esque games where they could release something that's online-driven and they could just drip-feed content once every 3 months. And I know we look at Fortnite as our metric, but I'm going to give you one that you probably should have looked at as the metric of all forms of success, and it's Grand Theft Auto Online. Grand Theft Auto Online came out in 2013, and ever since then it's been the hallmark of absolute success, no matter how many motherfuckers want to say that it's terrible or talk about how the PC version is better, which seemingly has lost all of its credibility now that all that GTA role-playing shit is coming to the consoles, I think in October, if that's true or not. But GTA Online, every few months, drip feed content, drip feed content, drip feed content, drip feed content, drip feed content. And then it got to a point where, fuck, they could just do it once every like 4 months. And like in that update, we'd get like a drip feed. We'd get the update and like anything that would come with like a main part of it. And then it'd just be a bunch of drip feed for months. And then we'd get a new update. That's how we got to this point. Now, there are still games out there, indie-wise, that hold that creative lens to where it's just us having a good time, and this game is probably $20. For example, I just fucking played the new FNAF game. It was $20, and it was fun. Even though I got the bad and worse ending. It's like, fuck, it's still good. All right, back to redoing my workshop. All right, goodbye, Gaming Witch. Hopefully you don't go shoot Trump. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you're not out there trying to shoot presidents, because every time you disappear, something happens to one of them. Goodbye.
And it's fucked, and I kind of just go and I just went balls deep into it. So it's like 40 minutes long.
His description of this project was...
Stop. All right, I'll actually stop. That's my last one, or else you're going to come shoot me. I had to get one more in. All right. Everybody go. Everybody, if you're one of these fucking people, much like myself, who likes candles, put it in there, Gaming Witch. I need to get some more. I got to wait till I get paid. I want to buy some more candles because I don't have any more of the wax melt. I ran out. I got sad one night and just burned it. Not burned it in like a fuck you Gaming Witch. I burned it like I used it all and I liked it. It was sensational. Fucking had my fucking apartment. I had the whole apartment smelling like a fucking wonderland. There's two gaming. Shut the fuck up. You know which one it is. Stop trying. Before I turn my camera on and clap and fucking make you out to be what you are. support women's business. Okay, let's not do that now.
It's very broad.
We're still a communist Russia here.
But that wasn't what Rich was talking about now on his stream.
Dude, I was on the Locale podcast today. I put the final nail in Jay's fucking live streaming career. I'm feeling pretty good, actually. No, it'll never be worked out. We will never be friends again.
Rich, still in this high, now challenges 8-Bit Eric.
I ruined one career. Let me ruin another one. You're trying to hurt my fucking career, so come on the show. Let's see if I can go 2 for 2 today.
8-Bit Eric responds the same day, confused at Rich's challenge.
You said sorry to me. You sent me an apology. Apology didn't mean jack, because look how you're acting.
If you fucking... This is not democracy manifest. If you gotta fucking sit here and in private cower like a pussy, but then in public try to stand tall, I will keep referencing our main man, Tipster, and how... I don't do the thing where it's like, oh, in private I'll check you. No, I'm gonna do it in public because why the fuck not? It's all online, and unfortunately, none of you are going to jail for having a shitty take about Lolicon and how bad it truly is. Like, none of you are going to jail for that. This motherfucker comes into my DMs. Is like, do we have a problem? Which is the easiest way to piss me the fuck off. Because none of you are individuals who are going to come to my doorstep because you are going to see the barrel. And that is the destiny you hold true, because I'm paranoid and I know who has my address. And if anyone outside of that comes to my humble abode, welcome to the issues we will start to have. Because I don't do that. So when somebody says, do we have a problem here? Like, immediately... the guns are ready, because we do now. Don't fucking bother me. If you can't handle being criticized rightfully by individuals online, get the fuck offline. Don't fucking pretend you be the big dog, and then when you get called out, you put your videos behind the paywall. I'm still on that. I will never. I'm not going to remove myself from that part of the story. In case any of you are aware, I'm still on that. Matter of fact, let's be financially petty. Let's be financially petty. Nope. It's still not there. It's still behind the paywall. Thank you, Okami, for bringing that to my attention. It's still behind the paywall. Don't ever tell me watch motherfuckers like that again. Do not. And for any of you who's a fan of that and you don't know what I'm referencing, made a video about that woman who got shot, murdered by incompetent cop. Motherfuckers kept telling me watch Nate the Lawyer because he had a better critique of it, which was not true at all. He had basically the same critique with some shitty fucking leniency towards the fucking cop, which wouldn't hold up and will not hold up in court. And for some reason, he deleted that because I'm going to guesstimate and say 80% of that fucking comment section shoot him the fuck out, and he put it behind a paywall. And he does a second video, which is something you should never fucking do when you're getting chewed out, and basically being like, was I wrong? And doing that passive aggressive shit where he fucking implicates 2 other YouTubers who specialize in the fucking field of reviewing body cam footage, and he wanted to sit there and say, well, if they had the information I had, they would have the same opinion as me. And to my knowledge, one of them, with that information, still holds the opinion that the cop was unjustified in shooting. I used to be an RTU fan over 10 years. I was until he kept making the same mistake over and over again, then screwing over his editor. Well, that's the lay of the land. We like to look at individuals and think that they are the omnipotent soldiers of the world, but ultimately they're just dumb fat fucks. This is a dumb fat ass who fucking went along thinking, just did y'all see the live action Stitch? It finally got shown, and honestly, it's better than I wanted. I wanted it to be fucking nightmare fuel, and I'm ashamed that it wasn't. Like when that first Sonic live action dropped, I wanted it to be that, but worse. Like when that first trailer for the Sonic live action dropped, I wanted it to be that, but worse. And I'm disappointed. Nani better have a fat ass though. Just throwing that out there.
It's It's a cycle. You need help. All right?
Perhaps this is a mental lapse, though Rich doesn't seem to think so.
You're right. I have to admit, because I'll be no better than I do need help. Cycle. I have more issues now. I've always had issues, I'll admit it. I have more issues now, especially after the events that happened. And it does reflect in things.
The cherry on top was Rich's reason for feeling vindicated was his appearance on Locale Live, but that was not even uploaded officially to their channel.
I forgot the episode isn't up yet. A lot of you don't understand. I'm sorry.
There was at least a few.
Him getting the corner his panties in a bunch was always worth it. Jeremy is worse than Rich. I cannot confirm or cannot deny, and I will say the reason why. It's because unlike many people, and I'm going to throw Chris under the bus, I don't study these people. These are online people to me. It's like as soon as this computer turns off, I forget you people exist. And that's not I'm better than you. It's I clearly see that life is worth living when you're not constantly on this shit. And that's not to say you are. Ira Karasu chapter. But it's just I feel like I am doomed to be this motherfucker if I don't at least take a significant portion of the day and get the fuck away from things like Twitter. Like I'm doomed if I will end up like that if I don't just turn this shit off. Like I don't want to know. Like Chris told me the other day. He didn't tell me. I had to find it out, and I went to Chris to learn because I knew he fucking knew because he's a sped that keeps up with these types of people. Some motherfucker named Demon Mama apparently showed like porn to a child, and it's just like, see, don't have me turn into that. Rehearing about the drama from RTU makes me miss Blackbuster Critic. Don't know who that is. Sounds like somebody who could be funny. Concept art design Stitch was diabolical. Who designed that Dollar General? I haven't seen that. I look at Twitter maybe once or twice a day. I mean, I will look at Twitter to see if there's like a random thing that could get me out of bed to make video, which is fine. But to stay on it, it's drastically unhealthy. Which is why I'm glad I got banned for pointing out the fucking hypocrisies of all these people who hate the gays and how they indoctrinate children, but none of them really want to address anything about the church doing the same thing. And not in a manner of, oh my God, learning about Jesus. So, oh my God, you're indoctrinating people to learn about Jesus. No, I'm talking about the people who are getting caught with child porn and fucking children, who are priests, choir members, and all that. That seemingly doesn't get addressed at all by some of these individuals. But they'll sit there and tell you how the gay is the only bad thing that exists. And for some reason, a child being raped is somehow God's will, because no one wants to fucking be a grown adult and say a child getting raped is wrong and they should be getting an abortion. A 10-year-old should not be carrying a baby. Side note, Sneeko and Moist Critical, I don't want around children. Sneeko can't correlate anything about the age of consent to make it make sense, and Moist Critical has a dog shit take. I just had to throw all of that out there. Like that's an all at once type of fucking thing. And this is why I either for some reason am liked or hated. I'm more so hated for these reasons than liked, and I don't appreciate it.
2 days of silence. This could have ended here, but then Jay, on his live stream, received a donation from what appeared to be at first glance a random fan.
Hey, Jay. I love the show and
Thank
think you're doing a great job. However, I think it's disingenuous that you said that Rich copied your humor. Why lie?
Yeah, I didn't lie. I don't know about the part. I never said that Rich stole my humor. I said that Rich and I developed all the humor together.
Jay, suspicious about this donation, likely looked at the PayPal address, which confirmed his suspicions.
Are you kidding me? Okay. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Jay, in disbelief that Rich would do something this stupid, held off on informing his audience and streamed as usual.
I wouldn't trust motherfuckers like Ben Shapiro. That's fine. I would trust Ben, but the only thing that would concern me about Ben is he's going to bore those kids to death. He's just gonna bore them to death with information that they clearly don't care about because checks notes, they're fucking children.
Until he was into...
They're not fucking the children, they're children, okay? I know my grammar is often confusing.
Interrupted by another donation.
Why did you not go on a show with Rich when you Rich went on the Lolco podcast? He's awful. But if you had nothing to hide, why they'd going on a stream with him? You went...
I trust Ben as much as I would trust Nux Taku. What the fuck did Nux Taku do? Oh, Lord. What happened? Do I even want to know?
Went on a podcast. Wouldn't it be better to clear the air with him there?
And then another.
He has ties to Shadman. That's good enough for me.
Oh, brother.
And another.
Maybe you won't come on a stream because you have a lot to hide.
Oh, man. White Lando says, I wonder who that actually...
I'll never actually... Maybe I'm cracked, and maybe I just don't get what it means to be a streamer on these platforms. But I'm never giving anybody money to shit on them. You're going to get it for free until you ban me from the fucking chat. I'm not paying you to talk shit to you. That's an improbable probable. Like, it's not happening. Bro has Maleficent reading his super chats. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, I got Peachy as a sound alert when I get a fucking donation on Ko-fi, and it's her saying my penis. So I'm not one to really talk about anyone's ideas of sound alert donation. So it's fine. It's fine.
Actually is. And somebody else says, people have no life. Anyways.
This was brought to the attention of Rich, who then openly admitted those came from him.
If I Why would you openly admit that comes from you? Oh, wait, I think I know why. Because if he didn't, it was just gonna be like easier bait. It was gonna be so motherfuckers could bait him out. So you know what? Props to you for doing it.
I wanted to, say something. I wanted to be a sexy lady.
A sexy what? And first of all, ew. Nux Taku got DM'd by Shadman. I don't really know what else he did. Oh, fuck. Well, if it's just a fucking DM, I'm liable to fucking sit here and say that's not as fucking bad as somebody buying that fucking art and putting it on a fucking wall.
Enjoy the money, Jay. That's all you got to worry about.
This was all happening while Rich was killing his channel. He had very few allies, and even the local podcast that he thought vindicated him were not so supportive.
Dude, his show is garbage. So I'll click on it every once in a while to see what's going on, right? And every time I'm on there, he's playing with his boobs, and he's got chickens, and he's making gay jokes. Like, I'm gonna fuck my...
Hey, man, gay jokes are funny! But if you're not doing anything else besides that, you're just wasting fucking ample amount of time. And shame on you for doing that. You gotta add some substance, baby. And I'm sorry, flapping your fake boobies is not enough of substance. It is not democracy manifest.
Editor, like, I'm gonna fuck your ass.
At least Rich was self-aware. There's no self-awareness here. There's no self-awareness here. Oh, what? Because he admitted it? This whole video has been him starting shit, him trying to act tough about it, him getting bitched out by evidence, and him having to cower in fear. There's no self-awareness here. There's zero self-awareness in this. Keem DSP, I could get jiggy with you on that one, especially after recent events.
It's like, what? What is going on?
For the 5th month in a row, his views were on a fast decline. What was meant to bring them up was his high-quality video that he had been promoting for several months now. It was unfortunate it released on April 1st. These are the first 14 seconds of the video with absolutely no alteration made.
Ban Amber Heard's third piece.
No, this is terrible.
Relax your anus. It's time to talk about my man history.
This nearly 40-minute long video that was his gaming retrospective was a phenomenally terrible video. It is
Damn! Really?
Presented as Rich's retrospective, but Rich was not anyone prominent in the gaming environment nor introspective, so for him to select himself as the porthole already severely limits interest and relatability as a maker.
It's like if I make a fucking video about my retrospective of cheese and whatnot that comes with it in making the efforts align with Santa Claus. It's like if I fucking say I'm the omnipotent of all things political, which we all know is never fucking true at all. I think we all objectively understand that that ain't fucking true.
Makes largely about himself. On that note, it is full of inside jokes and clips that even when understood,
at least yours might be entertaining because I'm a fucking moron!
do nothing but interrupt the video. The pacing is also entirely off. Instead of an intro or hook, it opens with a disorienting mess of sound effects and commercials. His tone throughout was unconfident and confused. It also has detracted full-length ads of the products he was talking about, not to mention his own cutaways.
Oh yeah.
Anyone in here who is like a Review Tech USA fan, are you ashamed of yourself yet? You should fucking be embarrassed that this was the shit that you enjoyed watching. Like, you should be embarrassed that you even exist on a planet with me to fucking even dare. Like, how fucking dare you? Like, how dare you, like, think that this was something that you should have been watching? Like, how dare you? Hearing that without any visual context feels wrong. Also, just gonna throw this out there. I'm about to go for a fucking field goal to send this into overtime. I don't think I can make it. It's a 53-yarder. It's a 53-yarder. I didn't make it. Fuck me. I didn't make it. Damn it. It's still a good game, though.
The comments were all criticizing this work. Quote, I had to make sure I wasn't signed to Netflix. This man hyped up this
fucking terrible. That's bad. That's fucking bad.
Video saying it would be 40 minutes long, and most of it is just trailers to make a 5-minute video longer. I think this video was way overhyped. I thought we were going to get an actual video essay with a solid script and good editing. This only feels like a regular RT rambling video, but longer and some random clips. Unquote. Rich's video was not entirely without value. It still provided a decent amount of entertainment, just not in the way he anticipated.
Read this one, Ann. That's a great one.
I can see why you had an editor before, because this is a rough cut at best. And honestly, you being high out of your mind is extremely distracting.
That was from the Kino Casino live stream, segments of which are uploaded to their Clips channel on YouTube. As Rich's channel was dying, his own videos were fighting a losing battle against various channels tearing him down. Searching Review Tech USA now will return some of his videos, but mostly the Kino Casino clips and Snort Hogan's own videos.
I'm gonna call you diggers. You!
What the fuck? This is drastic. The diggers thing is so fucking drastic.
Diggers get called dickers every day at work. You're dickers. Imagine telling this story of when you got pressed.
The dam finally broke all at once. The Kino Casino was resurfacing the Big Cheese drama. Rich's doxing, the new egg fiasco, the times his mother interrupted his stream, theories about his weight loss, his falling out with Jay, all of his history and more like his dating profile, even looking into when his Discord server had an NSFW section, and a user uploaded imagery that wasn't taken down.
Oh, Chris owes me an apology. This motherfucker sat there and was just like, oh my god, this guy's so cool. Okay. You are now, Chris, if you're still watching this, you fucking megalomaniac. You are no longer allowed to tell me anybody's fucking cool. I have to find out about it myself.
Shows, hey, like 4 years ago, the mods were added about this and they swept up the lolicon. And he asked, why did you keep lolly on your public channel, Rich, for years?
Additionally, there was this video of Rich shouting in a mall to win an online spat.
All right, everybody, I'm spreading the...
I remember this. I saw this and I thought, what a fucking douche. There's nobody on the planet who's gonna look me dead in my fucking eyes and say, this was a cool thing to do. This was the douchiest fucking shit anybody under the sun would do. Why would you go in public and fucking record yourself doing this shit? This wasn't a skit. This wasn't a bit. This wasn't you making a fucking YouTube video. This was you being a fucking loser. For everybody to see.
News that the quartering is a giant pussy in public. So here we go.
What a quartering W. What a quartering fucking W. Like I know we all got our issues with the quartering, but fuck. If I was the quartering, I'd look at this and be like, thanks for the free promo, dumb fuck. Thanks for making yourself look like a dummy in front of public, you fat bald bastard.
Here we go. Hello, everybody. I am bringing...
Shame on you.
News. The quartering is a giant pussy. Thank you. That's all.
The Kino Casino was covering Rich's history and watching his live streams heavily during the month of April. As it turned out, Rich was watching them as well.
Oh, wait.
So is he...
Did he have it open by accident?
I think he had it open by accident, and then our stream started playing.
No way.
Like our pre-stream.
He had a stream open, bro. You're right.
Bro, everybody hate watches.
The importance of this catch was that both Rich's stream and the Kino casinos were live simultaneously. The Kino casino dug up some minor drama and titled their stream Review Tech USA Exposed. Rich, likely seeing this, decided to address what he thought the drama was. A miscalculation that opened up a can of worms no one knew about but him.
All of a sudden, I'm
pissed off because, and this is pointless, me and Rich have the same mic stand. I gotta sell this shit now. I don't want to have the same mic stand as you people. I want to be different. I might just start holding this motherfucker like it's an actual microphone. Like I'm doing stand up. I can't do this. I don't want to be like you people. I might sell this microphone. I might pull out the big dick again. I don't want to be here. This is terrible.
In Dropbox, and if you have the Dropbox app, for those of you who are familiar, you see like the recent, whether it be apps or files that you've been using, and I'm like, why the f am I seeing pictures of my ex's other kids?
What Rich just admitted was that his Dropbox.
Leon's still live. Why are you hating the fact that why? What is this? Why do you people hate me? Fuck. I just wanted to be live.
Was recently hacked. The hack was of Canadian
I'm fucking hungry as a motherfucker, though. I'm glad this shit is almost over.
origin. Within that Dropbox were images of his ex's kids in bikinis, but it was set up in that way because they all had a shared account. Rich.
I'm just surprised. Dickhead, where were you on Friday when I did a fucking 3 or 4 hour stream playing the FNAF game?
Verifies his story by calling who he claims to be his ex-wife.
Quick question for you, as you're sleeping. Those pictures in my Dropbox, why are they there?
Because my kids used to upload their phones to our Dropbox.
Before they...
That fucking stream was 4 hours and 22 minutes. Why are you surprised by that? Get ready for this, Leon. So I know about the Dropbox thing. Not fully. I was told child porn was in the Dropbox. I was told other people's kids are in that Dropbox. Like not his, but other people's.
Ex-wife.
Quick question for you, as you're sleeping. Those pictures in my Dropbox.
Wait a minute. No. I'm actually about to have a fucking aneurysm. Did he call his wife or ex-wife as she was sleeping to ask her about pointless YouTube? I think my life, did Canada start the suicide forest thing or like the suicide pod thing? Did they start? Did they start it yet? Because I might have to go visit Heckin and then say my goodbyes because ain't no loving my man. Ooh op, ooh. Ain't no loving my man. Shoo op. Ain't no loving my man. Shoo op, ooh. Ain't no loving my man. Two sassy mama jammas. Excuse you? What? What's the problem? What's the issue? This is not democracy, mother. That's been the phrase of this fucking whole stream. This shit's just not. May he rest in absolute peace. I might make him a soundboard. I might make him a donation alert. Please pull up the song clip. Maybe.
Jim. Though
Shut up.
Who he claims to be his ex-wife.
Quick question for you, as you're sleeping. Those pictures in my Dropbox, why are they there?
Because my kids used to upload their phones to our Dropbox.
Before they sold them, correct?
Before they sold them.
Yeah. Before they trade them back in.
Okay, that's all. Go back to sleep.
As these streams are going on, suddenly the pieces are falling into place as to why Rich decided to come forward with the existence of these photos.
We had Rich exposed literally about something completely different, and he thought he was hacked. He was using a VPN that had Saint Sue Marie apparently or some shit on the VPN, and he thought it went through his Dropbox.
How stupid is this guy?
I don't know.
There were many theories crafted.
Remember, this is a motherfucker who reviews tech
that were not generous in explaining why those photos were on there. The facts are that in May 2024, Review Tech was at its lowest point in over 10 years. It is a dead channel. This is not drawn from its decline or speculation of its future. Review Tech USA is a dead channel because on May 21st, 2024, Rich posted this goodbye video.
I'm over what at least Review Tech USA was. I did this for over a decade. Over a decade. I got to sit in front of a camera and be an idiot for a living.
Rich in this video also explained he had some personal, possibly family-related things he was dealing with last month. As for his channel, he reiterates that he is tired of the news and is giving up on it, but will post every now and then if something catches his interest. His efforts going forward will be in live streaming and his music production, but it was
terrible. Give up. Should we listen to his music?
Not even an entire 24 hours later.
I've not been aware of any of this music career. Can we listen to the music?
That he posted another news video. Here he excuses his immediate comeback as a contractual obligation for a sponsor. None of the top comments are discussing the subject of the video, but rather Rich's short-lived goodbye. This is not the first time this happened. Even barring all the videos Rich has made, stating that he is seeking to make a different form of content, in 2022, in response to YouTube's inaction of
he just makes beats. Where's the music? Where's the rapping? Where's boom chicka boom boom, bang chicka wow wow? Where's all the hot beats from this hot up and coming R&B hip hop artist?
Watching TV, Rich tweeted he's, quote, officially retiring from making conventional videos on Review Tech USA. YouTube has made it abundantly clear that my kind of content either has to be heavily censored or is no longer welcome on the platform, unquote. This did not last, and he returned. And as of June 2024, Rich and Jay have made up once again. Review Tech USA is hovering around 300,000 views for the past 30 days. It has been abandoned. Though Rich can still be found on his streaming channel RTU Streams, where he streams intoxicated. Like all creators that stream, his audience is drawn closer to him, therefore increasing the interactions between him and his building detractor base. Everything in the past 10 years has been building up to this moment. From Rich's controversial past that serves as a base for the hate, to the killing of his channel, which provides discovery to detractor channels, and the tragedies in his personal life that have skyrocketed his anxiety, which
is it better than Tom McDonald is a question that only the true soldiers could answer.
Has him responding both impulsively and angrily. Rich has now completed his transition, not to how he wanted to see himself as a respected content creator that creates long-form passion projects that are beloved, but as a laughingstock that constantly shifts in his intentions, how he views his relationships, and how he sees his future, that is hard to see as anything but grim.
I like this video. I shall give it thumbs up. Now, what am I looking for? Search up Il Chapo. First of all, this is a terrible fucking name. It's got 7,000 subs, and the last video was 5 months ago. So let's hear it.
Yo, squeeze fire, 2 strikes out, 3 priors. You grew when you went from the toast to the deep fryers. Can't keep niggas afloat. I need diet.
First of all, you're white. Why are you making music with the word nigga in it?
Can't keep grips in my coat. No weird virus. East side from the north exact. The pony ain't say a word whilst the horses crack. Niggas fuck the corners up, bring the porches back. Too late, I chew grapes, pop a cork and laugh.
This shit is terrible. This shit is terrible. This shit is fucking terrible. This shit is fucking terrible. This shit is fucking terrible. This shit is so fucking terrible. This shit is so ungodly fucking terrible. This shit is terrible. This shit is fucking terrible. This shit is terrible. Do you hear me? It's terrible. Like, no, fuck off. This shit is fucking terrible. This is terrible. This is not democracy manifest. Everyone, go here now. I can't raid this motherfucker because he doesn't want to fucking let it happen. Go here now. Go here now. I'm done. I am gone. This is never democracy manifest. Bye-bye.